Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Bring the truth or tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. People you can get killed in this shit, man.
What's good? What's good? What's going on with the family on this good Thursday? Man, it's Thursday already. We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due. Y'all know how we do. I talked about this briefly yesterday, but after seeing a series of clips a while ago, some hours ago, I decided to really expand on it, man. So we're gonna talk about it, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. Got a lot to talk about. How y'all feeling though, man? You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling? Hit the like button, sub to the channel, turn the notifications on, support the build. We gonna talk about it. My guy Big Supreme, what it do, man? What's good? What's good? What's going on? Peace to the Queen Shower. Yes, indeed, boxing. How you feeling, Queen? Jordan, my dog, what's good, man? Yeah, you already know. I ain't going nowhere, bro. We ain't going nowhere. Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen, Miss Just Do is in the building. How you feeling, baby girl? 88 Sports Talk, my dog, man. Yeah, y'all become a member. Shout out to the channel members too, man. Cal Cooler, blessings, family. We game all night. Ryan, what it do, fam? Cornelius in the building. What's good with y'all, man? On this good Thursday, man. Got some things to talk about. We're gonna talk about some things, man. They said T.O. bringing in Freddie Roach. You know what I mean? Freddie. You know what I'm saying? He gonna channel his inner Pacquiao, come fight night with Shakur, man. Freddie Roach. They say Freddie Roach about to be the secret weapon, y'all. You know, we gonna find out. We're gonna find out, man. We're gonna talk about it, though. I think I'm gonna play this interview with Terence Crawford sitting down with. Well, it wasn't even an interview. He was doing a stream with Aiden Ross, and he was doing some talking in there. So we're gonna go over that. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. Always good to see you. We're gonna get to it. So yeah, yesterday, right? I brought it out, played the clip, and I'm gonna play it again, but I see the conversation I see a lot more people talking about it. So I say, man, why not? Why not talk about it, man? Why not give it another spin, man? Ryan said Keyshawn want to go to 47. That's what he said. He said after this fight with Jermaine Ortiz, he going to 47. That's what he said, but you know, plans do change, man. These dudes do change their minds, so we're gonna wait and see. But I can't wait to see him at 140. To be honest, I'm glad to see him back in the building, man, back in business. I mean, businessman 2.0. I think he got a statement to make, man. It's gonna be a question of who's gonna make the biggest statement on that card, and what's the potential of upsets too, man. You know, Ortiz is a live dog, T.O. is a live dog. When I say live dogs, they both going into these fights as underdogs, but they both live underdogs if I ever seen one, right? So we're going to talk about it, though. But, yeah, what I wanted to spin the block on a little bit, man, is, you know, I've been seeing this Malik Scott clip surfacing and floating around, and I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it and giving different takes and opinions on Terence Crawford and his career. And, you know, Malik Scott was basically saying he was playing victim or something to that extent, and that everybody gives him his credit. Everybody just giving him his flowers, you know. Everybody's saying he the GOAT. You got to think, man, they just now saying this shit because if you really want to be honest, he been proving it for the longest, you know what I mean, for years and years. I mean, this dude had a hell of a run, and he had, 40? He got 42 wins, and not one of his wins is a majority decision, a split decision, and none of that. He go in there, either knock you out or UD your ass more times than that, like all the time, matter of fact. There ain't no in between. You either get UD'd or stop from Terence Crawford. You get me? You might be competitive. You might give him some rounds. You might give him a good go. But ultimately, he going to get you. You know? And it's always that way. It's been that way. Like I said, his welterweight run was all knockouts, man. That's very impressive, man. He had a stretch, I forget, 5-6 years straight. All knockouts, man. All knockouts. And let the record reflect that it was all knockouts and championship fights, man. Shout out to Bruce, guys. Flyer, what it do, man? CJ in the building. What's good with y'all, man? So I just don't think people get how deep, how serious that run is, man. And again, I said this before. I'm gonna keep on saying it. When it's all said and done, and he up out of here, people will realize just how good he was, man. It'll be easier for people to identify. You get what I'm saying? And this is his whole resume, his whole list of everybody he beat up. Like, look at this shit. Wins, UDs, TKOs, RTDs. No MDs, no SDs, no none of that. No split decisions, no majority decisions. That's rare, man. People might not acknowledge it, but it's rare. Like, you got the bet. Even Floyd, the great Floyd Mayweather, had a damn majority decision, even though we know it should have been a UD. But you get what I'm saying? No, man, this shit been special. It's been a hell of a ride. And I don't think you can say everybody's giving him his credit, because I think that would be inaccurate. Everybody's not giving him his credit. Like I said, they waited all the way until his last 2 to 3 fights to really start giving him his just due. And I blame myself for a little bit of it too, because I was on some BS for a while. You know, I was talking crazy, but I think ultimately, man, he stood the test of time and he proved what his worth is. And still to this day, people are questioning it. Like, I'm gonna play the clip from Malik Scott, but I'm gonna play some other clips from him from from these callers on the Boxing Voice. He always gets some interesting people to call in, and the stuff that they say be killing me. And Kyle, what you was calling dude, Joe Pesci? Round 1, Joe Pesci, man, he was going in a little bit. He has something to say about Crawford too, man. We're gonna get to this, man. I'm gonna make it make sense, man. Show people how to really give people their flowers. You know, they got a cool little setup over there though, inside the ring show. Shady McCoy with his casual boxing talking ass. Well, let's get to this, man. Let's play this clip. Y'all remember this from yesterday, but I just kind of glanced over it. I ain't really get deep dived into it, but today we got time, man. So we gonna
get his flowers. That's playing.
He got his flowers.
Bro, everyone gives Terence Crawford his flowers. If he would have stayed, they would give him his flowers.
That's how he's always been.
It's like kind of playing a victim a little bit. Well, if I stay, people still gonna have something to say. Well, welcome to life.
Right. That's life.
Like, you know, right. Michael Jordan goes through this 30, 40 years later with him and LeBron. Right. Welcome to life. Overall, though, people are saying you are a GOAT. What type of GOAT? Oh, it's a beautiful lesson of discussion.
Nah, hey, now, look, everybody everywhere, nothing is ever 100%. PGH, big dog, was good with it, bro. Nothing is ever 100%. But I said it yesterday, I got to reiterate. The only reason people are deciding to get a man his flowers is because he at the tail end of his career. And you would look crazy at this point to still sit up here and talk about how he not this or how he not that. Like, you don't have the evidence to back it up. You can't make up all these hypothetical fights that should have happened and maybe didn't happen. He should have took this one or that one. Every fight that he took as a professional, he won. Every single one of them. UDs, knockouts. You get what I'm saying? He had a whole welterweight run of knockouts when the dude started at 135. You get what I'm saying? Wasn't even KOing everybody like that at 140. Got to 47 where they say he was lighting the ass and he stopped everybody. Stop guys that never been stopped in their careers. Never. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole list of bodies, man, and victims. People that he beat the hell out of. Hannibal was good with it. So I just don't get victim when I see the way he carry it, bro. I get a guy that, I mean, he do let the negativity fuel him. He choose to focus on that. But it's real. That shit's still out there. Like, you got to hear some of the stuff that these people still say to this day. Like, it's the wildest shit ever, man. You got to get to some of these clips, man.
Because if you keep saying Terence Crawford, Inoue hasn't done anything Terence Crawford's done, I'm going to shut you down. And I don't want to destroy Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford doesn't fight 4 times a year. Terence Crawford never defended all 4 belts in no weight division. Terence Crawford got stripped twice. And as an end, it doesn't sound like much while you're active, but at the end of the year, when it's all said and done and they look over Terence Crawford's resume, remember what it says for being stripped. That is an F on your report card. That means that standard says you did not meet the requirements of a champion and we took our belt back. That is the worst thing you want on your resume as a champion. He's been stripped 2 times. And you're going to sit here and tell me what? Inoue's never been stripped. He honored his mandatory. He fights 4 times a year. Activity. And how are you going to put that against 1 time for the last 6 years?
My bad, y'all. Boxing is one of them sports, bro. It'll bring the emotion right up out of you. GQ, Cap Quest, 80 a year, man. Shout out to round 1. Do your thing. But look, this be the issue with boxing, bro. 704 Joe was good with it. We game all night. Say, bro, just cook. Look, I feel you. To each his own. Like, look, I have no issue. That's his take. It was an honest take from round 1. Shout out to him. But see, that's the issue right now with boxing. People be getting tricked. Either you respect them as one of the absolute pound for pound best fighters in today's boxing, or you don't. I respectfully, you can't. I don't care how many times Inoue or Inoue fought. It's cool, it's impressive. He fought 4 times this year. That's rare. That's almost unheard of when you're fighting at the championship level, right? I understand that. I really, really do. But the guys that he fighting, I'm not knocking it, like, and then there are really small guys, like, you've been getting dropped, you've had some rough performances. Terence Crawford hasn't had the kind of performances that you had. If Terence Crawford was getting put on the deck like you multiple occasions, like you have, getting his damn orbital bone broken, they'd drop him on the pound for pound list just off that alone. So look, I don't have nothing bad against Inoue, right? He's cleaning them dudes out. He's a pound for pound fighter. He holding it down for the small guys, but you don't have to, if you think Inoue, what he's doing is greater than what Terence Crawford doing, then just say that. But I don't think so. And the reason why is nothing against Inoue anyway. But realistically, y'all, all jokes aside, you put them two dudes in the ring, if they was the same size, who you got winning? Who you got winning the fight? That's what pound for pound is to me. Meaning wherever you go, you're going to be a top guy. You put him in any weight class, he'll swim right with the Sharks. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Dude conquered about 4-5 weight classes. You get what I'm saying? That shit is impressive, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't do that type of shit. That's why I say it's unheard of. So I respect Inoue. I respect his moves, the people that he fought. I don't have nothing bad to say about him because, see, unlike round one, just because somebody favors Terence Crawford over Inoue, don't mean I gotta tear Crawford down to level him out with Inoue. It's just an opinion. At the end of the day, they're both great. That's what it is. But I don't think you can really make a case that Inoue is better than Terence Crawford. He's a much bigger guy fighting much bigger dudes at much heavier weight classes. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a damn that he didn't defend his undisputed. Realistically, y'all, seriously, like, follow me for a second. After he knocked out Julius Ndongo at 140 to become undisputed, who did you have at 140 that would have beat him? Seriously, like, who did, after he stopped, Julius Ndongo with the body shot, if he would have stuck around at 140, who do you think would have beat him there? Get what I'm saying? He was done at the weight class. Like, he was done. He let the belts go and moved up. And then he chased down Undisputed up there and knocked out everybody there. And then continued to move up. That dude's special, bro. Like, look, Monster is one of them guys too, but he ain't no Terence Crawford. I'm going to just be honest with you. As talented as he is, he's a dog, man. Anyway, he's a monster. Just like they said, for a little guy, he brings it. It's not much he can't do. But you got special, and then you got generational talent. I mean, look, Inoue might be a generational talent too. I can't stop. But I think Terence Crawford is just the cream of the crop. And I think he's displayed it, through the years from like 08 to 2025. His run was crazy. You get what I'm saying? Beating up these bigger guys, not even having close fights. Like, think about it. This dude in the fights that was supposed to be the toughest for him, he made look the easiest. You get what I'm saying? His toughest fights on paper, he made look rather easy. That's the special guy right there, bro. You'll never see, I don't know if we'll ever see Errol Spence come back, but if we do, you'll never see nobody beat him the way Terence Crawford did. You get what I'm saying? Outside of Money Mayweather, you get what I'm saying? You ain't see nobody at 68 go do what Terence Crawford did to Canelo. He was beating everybody's ass at 68. Terence Crawford moves up there and just made this shit look like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing. I don't know, man. It's hard to dismiss this dude, bro. So everybody don't give him his flowers like that. I wouldn't be here for nothing. I ain't got to defend the dude, but I just be wanting to highlight some of the conversations that are out there because somebody would rate him over Inoue. That would get dude charged up enough to start questioning Terence Crawford. That's the problem right there. How do y'all allow fans and their preferences trick you into downplaying the greatness of another fighter? Just because somebody like Terence Crawford more or they put him over Inoue, that's not crazy. That's not crazy at all. He's fighting way bigger guys. Think about this. All right. Where Inoue at? 122. You got 126, 130. So let's say like he jumped 2 weight classes and beat the top guy there and make it look easy. Is he going to do that? I'm not knocking him. He moving up and he handling business. But would he go from 122 to 130 and fight the top guy there? You get what I'm saying? Or the best guy there, or who's looked at as the best guy at 130 right now? Would he do that? Because that's what Terence Crawford just did, right? That's what lets you know, like, that's not the takeaway from Inoue, but I don't think you can put him over Terence Crawford, just fighting way more notable names. The who's who. Nah, hell no. Much bigger bodies. Nah, bro. It's hard to overlook that. Anyway, it's nothing to take away from him. He's nice as hell, but I just think Terence Crawford, if you put him in the ring, skill for skill, they was the same size. I got Crawford beating him. Get what I'm saying? Y'all hit that like button for. My bad. Crawford fighting Jake Paul hurt. Shit, I don't know, but I don't know. I just know he's talked about retiring. If he does retire, if he does fight Jake Paul, he did it the right way. Like he retired, he gave us an entire career, and then went and entertained the exhibitions. Because I mean, shit, they're gonna pay you a boatload of money to fight somebody that you could beat up on. Why not go make the easy money? But I doubt it though. Something tells me, I doubt if we see him fight a Jake Paul, especially after what happened in that Anthony Joshua fight. I don't personally don't see it, but anything is possible. Well, let's keep going.
I don't know if that 3-time undisputed will ever be matched again. And one of the problems or one of the hurdles is you got to get a person in the.
Hold on. Remember, shout out to the boxing boys. It's never personal. I just love boxing, and I like to have conversations off of some of these wild ass opinions sometimes. But notice in the other clip, he was just going in on Terence Crawford, right? This is how crazy this shit is. Now listen, he said that. Now peep the 180.
I don't know if that 3-time undisputed will ever be matched again. And one of the problems or one of the hurdles is you got to get a person in the above weight division to unify all 4 belts. What Saul did is basically did all the heavy lifting and brought it to Terence Crawford. And he only had to do it one night. You understand? So you got to get somebody to agree to that. And you coming up from another weight division, getting a shot at everything he worked for. And Saul gained nothing. If Saul beats Terence, let's say if the other shoe was on the foot and he would have beat him, check it out. Say he would have beat him. You think the fans would have gave him credit for that? He would have said, oh, you got brought up a guy 2-weight division, a smaller guy. That's what they would have said to Saul.
Well, I would say that he didn't have a problem when he did it with Charlo, right? He didn't have no problem bringing Charlo up. He didn't care about credit. He brought Charlo right on up 2-weight divisions and beat him up. You get what I'm saying, didn't he? Didn't he? Shout out to Mike Kirkman. What's good with it, bro? Lee in the building. What's good, my guy? Everything Boston Key. What's good, my guy? Say no matter how you feel about Bud personally, Bud, that dude for real. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, bro, because that's what the problem be. People be allowing their personal feelings toward a person that they never met or don't know personally interfere with how they view him as a fighter. They start talking about what kind of person he is. He's not approachable. He's not for black people. They be saying some wild shit. 2 cents. What's good, homie? They be saying some wild shit. So I don't know. He kind of switched. You went from that to saying you don't know if it'll ever be done again. You don't know because that shit is hard. I know it. Look, I thought like that once upon a time too, yo. I thought that, Errol Spence did all the heavy lifting, so to speak, hypothetically, right? At 147, because he was fighting the people, right? Securing the belts. But if you look a bit deeper, that is true to an extent. But if you look a bit deeper, it's a reason for that. If you look at what Errol Spence did, he was a shoe-in to make these fights. You get what I'm saying? They was on his side. Like, that's easy to make them fights when you kind of pretty much in-house fights. Now, he was willing to take on all the challenges, and he got through all of them until he got to Crawford. But I think that fall more in line with politics than it being Terence Crawford not trying to fight nobody. You get what I'm saying? Or just trying to be on top rank and not fight nobody. I just never thought that. So, I don't know, man. It's tough, man. It's tough, bro. Yeah. They both was in the same division. They both was competing for the same shit. They fought some of the same people. Terence Crawford just knocked all of those guys out. And he continued to move up and chase more legacy, man. It's hard to really discredit that, man. It's hard to look at it any differently than what it actually is. So, I don't know. Shout out to Malik Scott, but he say he playing victim. I mean, look, some people could say the same thing about you when you was with Wilder and you took losses. Remember? They said you blamed everything under the sun. Some people say you ruined Wilder. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's easy to say that, but I don't see no victim with Terence Crawford, bro. He don't got no victim mentality. He got a guy that's been slept on, undermined, underrated, overlooked, underappreciated, all that shit. Like, he one of them, and I think he a product of that. And that shit, I think, made him the kind of fighter he is. You know what I'm saying? I think it worked all at the end of the day. I think it worked in his favor. For real, for real. Get what I'm saying? All the negativity through the years, that shit just, you know, it bred a monster at the end of the day, right? Shit didn't stop him from doing nothing. We'll see, man. I just don't see it. I've seen way too much, bro. I get it. Malik Scott, I don't know. Maybe he'll be on Twitter. Maybe he ain't on YouTube. Maybe he just on the podcast. But I still, to this day, they talk about snacks. Still to this day. You think that's giving somebody credit? That's crazy, man. What's another clip I had in here? I got to find it. Where is it at?
But I want to say to Terence Crawford, the boxing game does nothing but give you your credit, my brother. In 2018, when we all wanted to see you get the big fights at 147, we thought you was ready to go on and be a free agent and take advantage of the commercial market, but you chose to sign an extension with Top Rank, and they wasn't able to get you the big fights. And in 2021, you finally cut loose and you got the big fights you was looking for. After that, you even went to court and you was awarded a settlement for Top Rank not being able to give you the big fights and mispromoting you. And after that, the big event you had against Madrimov, he went on and convinced Canelo Alvarez to sign a long-term deal and get you another big fight. The WBO came and made you the mandatory for Canelo's undisputed crown at 168. We've never seen nothing like that before. We've seen Benavidez clamor for years and cloth and scrape for years trying to get that fight at 168. And the boxing world just made Terence Crawford the mandatory all for one fight at 154. The boxing world does nothing but give Terence Crawford his credit.
What? The fucking terrible take. The boxing world give Terence Crawford his credit because he getting the fights and winning them. Get the hell out of here, bro. I gotta find it, man, because it's Oscar De La Hoya. I got one from Oscar De La Hoya has some shit to say too. I gotta find that clip from Oscar De La Hoya. He said Terence Crawford sold his soul. Like, you cannot make this shit up. I promise you can't. Like, nah, bro. That's not giving him make him the mandatory. Come on, bro. You did see this before. Everybody forgetting that he fought Jermell Charlo? He did the same shit. Ain't no mandatory. Canelo don't fight no mandatories. Mandatory my ass. He do what he want. He make fights that make money for himself that he could win. And I said it before. I knew he was going to gamble wrong when he messed with Terence Crawford. Charlo, he got that off. That shit was cute. It was cool. He got Charlo, man. He caught Charlo, you know what I mean? Caught Charlo slipping and beat him, right? Terence Crawford was a whole other thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gambled wrong and he got beat up. You know what I'm saying? He got beat up. That's not giving the man his credit, bro. Like, you get money, be grateful. I swear. You need to be thinking Terence Crawford. Shout out to Remo. What's good with it, fam? Reem, what's good with it, fam? While the performance did look where it was Scott, in my opinion. I think because he tried to tweak him, Mike. I think he tried to tweak him in that. That's what that was. He tried to change him, you know what I'm saying, from what he already was. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just a little too late in the game. That's just my thoughts. But, yeah, I'm with you. It's just tough. Like, I was a little surprised to hear that he said that. I just don't see a victim. I see a guy that if you tell him he can't do something, he go do it. You know what I mean? I had people telling me they guarantee that Errol Spence beat him and stop him. They was guaranteeing this shit. Some people I don't even see on YouTube no more. That's how wrong he be proving people, man. He been doing that shit for years, man. So, nah, man. He get his flowers if you're a real one, but a lot of these dudes tore him down, bro, and they still doing it, man. It's about Bud Crawford on New Boxer. Shout out to AJ. What's good with it, fan? Now they always on time. Mauricio's the one playing victim. Yeah, Mauricio, and they try to stick him for his paper. I'm glad you brought that up, Jordan. I almost forgot to mention that. Yeah, they try to stick for the paper on the way out. They literally tried to get Terence Crawford all the way on the way out, bro. They like, yeah, we gonna get the last laugh when we get this money. Nope. Crawford was like, nah, take that little funky ass belt. He told him, nah, hell nah. Terence Crawford, low key, a neighborhood hero, bro. He got it off on the system, bro. Mauricio tried to tax. He tried to tax Bud on his way out. He said, yeah, he got about 40. They said he got about 40, 50 million, man. We're going to tax him on the way out. Bud said, take this damn belt back. He said the real belt is the Ring magazine. That's free. And it's worth 100. What they say, 180K for that ring belt? Yeah, man. That shit is crazy. Oh man, he said everybody gives you your flowers, brother. Everybody gives you your credit. No, they don't. No, the hell they don't. Every time I cheat, I play victim. You fool. Want the W, not the belt. You feel me, bro? You feel me, Jay? Hell with that belt. And look, it costing me money here to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get that little football. Bud wasn't going, bro. I love it. Shout out to Terence, man. Behind the hands, my dog was good. we game all night. Say pay your fees, but look, I'm with that too, right? Pay the appropriate fee. Don't allow somebody to tax you. You get what I'm saying? And I always hated that about boxing. The fact that, like, just understand something. I'm not saying people don't deserve to get paid. If you hold some type of position and you do something for the sport of boxing, right? You do a job, I feel like you should get paid for that job. But at the same token, I feel like nowhere in the world should you think that you get to dictate if you decide to take even more of somebody's purse based on a number that you don't even know if they got. So that was the whole issue right there. And then again, if we really want to get into that again, I already told y'all it was a female that worked for the WBC, bro. She worked for the WBC. I pulled up her post and everything. She broke down the numbers and she said the math not mathing. Like the amount of money that they made with that Mauricio Suleiman fund or something. And she's saying all that money go to the fighters. She said that basically her post disproved that. It debunked it. That the money that Mauricio was trying to make seem like, oh, it just goes into helping fighters was in fact not the case. So that's my issue, bro. Listen, I don't even care about nobody money because it ain't coming out of my pocket. But I do respect him making a stand and not allowing people to get it off on him and get over on him. And I think that's what it was, because he went from talking down on him to kind of making an apology because they knew they was wrong. You got to think about it. And I want to say this too. I almost forgot to mention, just somebody answer me the one question as to why the WBC should be allowed to charge more money than everybody else. You get what I'm trying to say? It should be an equal split across the board. It shouldn't be you pay 3 sanctioning bodies the same price, and then this one over here, you got to pay them whatever they come up with. It shouldn't work like that to me. So, and again, before you defend Mauricio and the WBC, keep in mind that this is the same guy that even though they put out that Subriel Matias got OSTERINE in his system, his fight's still going on, and they put it on like some type of pay-per-view or something. So let that sink in. This is the same WBC that fake banned Ryan from fighting in a sanctioning body, right? Just long enough for him to serve his suspension and come back, and then them award him with a title shot of taking a loss, getting embarrassed, having an injury and a layoff. Then he comes back, get a title shot with Barrios, and then gets backed by the WBC. Keep that in mind before you go to defending them. Just keep that in mind. This is the same guy that'll make up the rules as he go along. This is the same guy that allowed Canelo Alvarez to do what he want and gatekeep the belts. Get what I'm saying? For how long? So again, somebody said it in a different clip yesterday that I played that, you know, Canelo Alvarez beating Terence Crawford was better for boxing. And I called bullshit on that because all he would have did was continue to fight guys that don't truly deserve the opportunity to fight for undisputed at 168 pounds. I want y'all to keep in mind that Canelo, like 2 of the last people he fought was guys that wasn't even 168 pounders, but they got opportunities to fight at 168 for all of the titles. Let that sink in. Jermell Charlo never had a fight outside of 154 before Canelo. Terence Crawford didn't have a fight outside of 154, outside of Madrimov, right? Until he jumped to Canelo, but he gets an opportunity to go right for all the belts. So you tell me what's better, allowing a guy to gatekeep all the belts and not give people opportunities, or a guy like Terence Crawford to come in like a thief in the night, beat you up, take all your belts, vacate them shits, let them go dispersed, and let everybody go to, you know, fighting for them shits. That's what I think needed to happen, bro. You get what I'm saying? He kind of freed up some space in that log jam that was a Canelo Alvarez at 168. Come on, man. Think about, I want y'all to really think about that. They'll tell you weight classes matter for a reason, but then Canelo Alvarez will say, oh, really? Watch me bring this 54-pounder up, way up to my weight class and give him an opportunity for all the belts. Meanwhile, Benavidez had to move out into a whole nother weight class to get opportunities. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say? So that's the same WBC allowing that shit to take place. So, nah, man, I'm with, I respect people paying their fees and stuff like that, but I don't respect people that I feel like is trying to extort, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they was doing. Yeah, but I moved through a dirty sport. I'm telling you, he maneuvered well through a dirty sport. That's a great point, Mike. That's a great point. He damn sure did. You know what I'm saying? He damn sure did. Damn sure did. Improv, what it do, fam? Nah, it's not. You missing. I don't know if you hearing what I'm saying. I know they've been charging for 4 belts, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. So maybe you got the answer to this question, my guy. And it's just an honest conversation. You get what I'm saying? So, but I want you to know, like, what makes the WBC deserve more than everybody else? DP Rocker, what it do, family? How you feeling? Yeah, it be that's what I'm saying. Joe, what's good, my guy? Big OnlyFans Malik said Crawford playing victim. Yeah, he's saying Crawford playing victim, you know, basically saying how people don't, you know, everybody gives him his flowers, and he's saying he retiring because if he stick around, they ain't gonna give him credit. And that's true. Remember, Terence Crawford was the same one that said, yo, when I stop you, then what they gonna say? Remember, he was saying all that shit to Errol Spence, and he said all the excuses they was gonna make when he beat him. And he was right about everything he said, every excuse that he said they was gonna make after beating Errol. He said this way before he fought him. And think about that. For him to beat him and them to make all the same excuses he said, I don't know. This dude been solid, standing on his word every time he get in the ring, bro. Everything he been saying, it's been coming to fruition, bro. In terms of the fans and how they slight him, again, they finding a way to do it with Canelo. Some people saying Canelo didn't take the fight serious. Oh, he just he let him win. He was paid off to lose. Like, it never ends. Don't sit up here and tell me with no straight face that everybody's giving him credit. When I watch people spend hours just trying to destroy the dude, you get what I'm saying? Without a leg to stand on. That shit is weird to me, man. Said the same guy that said Zordo about to do David B dirty. Now Zordo about to get cooked, I think. He said, and that's what I'm saying. Hey, Cat Quest, you probably right, bro. They probably will say something like that, but it won't justify it. You get what I'm saying? That's not a good reason, right? You thinking like equal opportunity. What makes, you get what I'm saying? And what makes the WBC most prestigious? You get what I'm saying? Cat Questions, think about that for a second. It's the fighters that held the belt, right? So once again, it's the fighters that gave your little funky green belt the validity that it has today. Get what I'm trying to say? Because that's the first thing they'll say, right? Is who held the belt. Exactly my point. Fighters make the belts, not the other way around, and they shouldn't be like manipulated out of money or like, I don't know, extorted for lack of a better term, right? You shouldn't be mistreated, right? It should be fair across the board, is all I'm saying. And anytime it's a situation like this, you want to try to hear both sides. Most people just heard Mauricio when he said the fighters, all the money go to the fight. That was enough for them. They're like, oh, Terence Crawford, you bugging. Listen to what Terence Crawford said. Y'all paid everybody else. Why y'all get more? Hell no. And then my thing is how you set a percentage and you don't even know how much he got paid. It don't even make sense to me, bro. It was just nasty work by them. Boots and Chain fans will never get bug credit. Big Demon was good, fam. Canelo was looking like a victim in the ring. Wasn't he? Hey, wasn't he, Jordan? While Bud was running them damn punches upside his head, how he said he was. Resume is above average. I got it up here, Big Supreme. I got his whole resume up here. I got it up there, bro. Like, you got to think think about all of these wins, bro. They really they waited to like the last 3 fights and maybe 4 if you want to add Sean Porter to start giving dude credit like that. I'm telling you, shit was crazy. That's way above average, man. His greatness is reflected in his achievements, and I think in how he beat these guys. Big Supreme, mind you, no split decisions, no majority decisions, no draws, and none of that shit. Straight UDs and knockouts. And then not to mention his welterweight run was all knockouts. You get what I'm saying? All knockouts. Shout out to my dog Dante's Boxing Talk. What's good, homie? He said Gambo was a pound-for-pound fighter when Bud fought him. I remember the fight. Yeah, I remember that. They had identical records going into that fight. I think they was like, I want to say like 23-0, 16 KO, something to that effect. Something like that. Something like that. They had identical records going into the fight. Yeah, and I remember seeing Bud put hands on his ass. Sonny with the Reef was good with it. Imagine if Bud would have got on the Manny on his resume like he wanted. Sonny was good. Tim was good, my guy. Yeah, man. I think he would have beat his ass. I think he would have beat Manny's ass. Manny, Danny, Keith, Boots verse. Sonny, bro. Nice try. Yo, Manny Pacquiao, Sonny. Manny Pacquiao wouldn't even tell you Terence Crawford ducked him. Danny Garcia wouldn't even tell you Terence Crawford ducked him. And you really would have, you had Danny beating Terence Crawford. You had Manny beating Terence Crawford. That's a more of a tricky fight, but I had him beating him, Keith too. I ain't gonna lie to you. And he definitely ain't ducked Boots, bro. I'll be trying to leave that alone because, look, I'll say this. They had that little interaction, man. That shit was very telling. And look, and I'll point this out without having to slight Boots. You can't duck somebody that's not trying to fight you. Saying you would fight somebody and you want to fight them and actually doing something or putting yourself in position to fight them is two different things. When he accepted that IBF strap, you get what I'm saying? He took himself out of the WBO rankings where Bud Crawford was at. So if that's where you wanted to pursue, then you would have left that belt where it was at and you would have kept yourself in the rankings over there and try to pursue a fight that way with him. But when you took the IBF strap, you get what I'm saying? That told me what I needed to know in terms of like focus. So ultimately, I just didn't think Boots would have got a chance to fight either of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I thought time worked against that. And as far as Virgil know damn well ain't no Terence Crawford duck him. That's just blasphemy right there. Oh, you saying they duck Bud? Oh, okay. You saying they duck Bud? I got you. I about to say you just saying they duck. Hell no, he ain't ducking dudes. All things was good with it, bro. Better be Boots or Benavidez. Better be, bro. Bro said better be. He said he gotta be good, bro. Said he want to see Bud fight better be. Or Benavidez. Damn. Benavidez is about to fight at cruiserweight, bro. Hell nah. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he solidified himself, to be honest with you, bro. And look, I wasn't always as receiving to Bud as I am now. Like he had to prove me wrong once too. Because I had him messed up with the Errol Spence fight, and I don't regret it. You know what I'm saying? I could do it over. I still pick Spence, but at the end of the day, man, he always showed you who he was, and people use narratives to try to tell you who he wasn't, right? Nobody used the fights, right? The actual fights to dictate what he wasn't, right? They use narratives, how he negotiated with Earl, what fights didn't materialize, him signing on with Top Rank. Y'all heard it in that clip that I just played. People at home think they have the audacity and the right to tell these grown professional fighters that's risking their lives where they should sign at based on what they want to see at home. That shit is that's like, wow. Like, that's not even being a fan at that point. Like, that's going too far. You got the people criticizing the dude for signing on the Top Rank, said he wouldn't get him the fights. He leaves from Top Rank and goes and makes the biggest fights of his career. Sound like he won to me. Sound like he beat the game to me. He beat the system and the game. And I hope he leave out on top, man. If he do any exhibitions, so be it. I wouldn't care. But as long as he retired first, retire and do you. Retire and do you. Retire and do you. Most tape fans don't like Bud because Spence fans roll that tape back. Listen to him. Yeah. They don't. And then him and Tank had the back and forth a little bit, and they don't like each other. So, you know what I mean? There's that right there. Bud be inheriting hate, boy. They really be mad at the dude, man. I thought once upon a time he didn't want to fight Spence too. I was you know what I mean, confused by the way things was going. But I think ultimately, man, bro showed everything that he was worth, bro. You know what I'm saying? I even remember back when he fought Sean Porter. You could see that on the resume. I remember back when he fought Sean Porter, bro. People was talking about that fight before it took place because he was saying he didn't want to fight his friend. And they was like, he ducking Sean Porter. He's scared to fight Sean Porter. Then he goes out there and stops the dude. And then they complained about, well, Kenny Porter really stopped it. You know what I mean? He ain't stopped Sean. Kenny stopped it. Drew, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Say, I don't rock with Bud, but succeed in all things. I definitely, I mean, look, when I say I rock with a fighter, it's based on how they fighting, right? I don't know him to rock with him that way, right? But as far as a fighter, I definitely rock with him. For what I know about him, the fighter, hell yeah. And at the end of the day, anybody that holds their family down, stay out of trouble, keep their nose clean, been at the top of their profession since they got to the top. He stayed at the top, retired on top. Got to think he had a hell of a run, championship run from 2014 to 2025, all championship fights. And then not to mention the welterweight run, all knockouts. That was like what, 5, 6 years? 5, 6 years. So I don't saying he didn't want to fight Spence. Yeah, I thought so once upon a time, bro. I thought he didn't want to fight him, Mike. I really did. Because of the way it was going. And I think what I was missing, it wasn't factoring in at the time because I was just caught up in what I was caught up in. I don't think I was factoring in politics. You get what I'm saying? And when you think about that and who was getting the fights versus the other guy, you could see clearly like Spence just had a shoe in to make those fights because they were in-house. You know what I'm saying? Easier. And that's why I believe he said that's what he meant by the easy route. All that years ago when he said he gonna go the easy route. People made it seem like he was saying he gonna fight all the easy fighters and save Bud for last. No, I think he said he was gonna make the fights that were easy to make from a business standpoint and collect the belts while he do so, and then save Bud for last. And that ended up being the most difficult fight for him to make in his career. So that's what I think he meant. And I mean, listen, they made it happen, bro. He made it happen. He said, better million. I knew he was scared. Yeah, but he different. better million. Better million. You know what I'm saying? His hometown scenes. They love him. Yeah, hometown love him. I mean, I told you he'd be other people, bro. You ever been out somewhere and you see Bud, he be chilling. Telling you, low key, and he blend right in with the crowd. He be one of the people, bro. He be like one of the homies. I swear. Just chilling. And they don't act Hollywood. That shit go a long way. I seen him consistently, and I seen him in the building on multiple occasions. Multiple. And he just cool, he chill. I mean, he is approachable. I mean, that's from what I gather, right? I ain't see nothing different. I mean, I could rock with somebody like that. No one was good with it. What's good, Mr. Miles? How you feeling, my guy?
Hey, what's up, man? Like always, man. Always pushing out great content. I had to jump in and at least get my 2 cents, man. So
talk to me.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to respect some of these dudes in the sport of boxing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Scott says that Terence was playing the victim. Now, to be fair, I didn't hear the quote. I don't know what he said, but I'm just going off of just the title.
Yeah, I got you. It's real short. I'll play it for you real quick so you can respond to it. I got you. It's really short clip.
Get his flowers. That's playing.
He got his flowers.
Bro, everyone gives Terence Crawford his flowers. If he would have stayed, they would give him his flowers.
That's how he's always been.
It's like kind of playing a victim a little bit. Well, if I stay, people still gonna have something to say. Well, welcome to life.
Right. That's life.
Like
right.
Michael Jordan goes through this 30, 40 years later with him and LeBron. Right. Welcome to life. Overall, though, people are saying you are a GOAT. What type of GOAT? Oh, it's a beautiful
he's a GOAT
discussion.
Yeah, don't like it, don't respect it, bro.
Right.
Malik Scott is a former boxer trainer. He knows the ins and outs. He knows the price to be paid to be called world champion. He knows the road travel for a lot of these guys. And to say that, come on, bro. Like boxing is one of the rare sports where I feel like there's not like a fraternity. Like, people don't respect the people in their sport. And Malik Scott, like, you a trainer now, right, bro? Like, I saw you go train Deontay Wilder, bro, and I saw no adjustments. And so you would think that you'd be worried about your fighters than worrying about a undefeated fighter who moved up 2 or 3 weight classes and got it done, bro. Like, at some point, bro, just shut the hell up, bro. I mean, what, you mad because you couldn't train Terence Crawford, bro? I mean, what is it? I mean, pure jealousy, pure enviness. And for me, it's just hard to respect a lot of these dudes who go on these platforms who want to get their name out there, say a hot take. It's like, this is just ridiculous, bro. And so, I mean, I don't respect that statement, bro. I don't.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, for me, it's like you gotta it's a loaded conversation to have, bro. Like, this is not somebody that's just sitting around like they're picking on me and they're not giving me credit. This is the dude that's like, yo, every time I do something, y'all downplay it. Y'all say it wasn't shit. And I mean, I could you rewind it. You could rewind it all the way back to the Gamboa days. Seriously, like, and it's fine for people to criticize. Like, that's fair, right? It's part of the game. But now people go above and beyond and try to make their point to the. They go so far, they end up sounding crazy. It's just like I played the other clip where dude was on the Boxing Voice, and it sounded like he was getting frustrated at this notion that people would put Terence Crawford over Inoue and Inoue. So he started stating with Inoue and Inoue, he fought 4 times a year. Terence Crawford don't fight 4 times a year. Inoue has fought 4 times this year. I believe it was last year it was, but that's not something he do every single year either. So, you know, all this, Terence only fight once a year, man. Again, the dude been fighting championship fights since 2014. You know that shit start to slow down. You don't fight as often when you fighting championship fights. That's something you got to take into account.
Yeah,
and you get paid. He's one of the top guys in the sport, and it's been that way. So it's like, man, that's why I think he's preserved and managed his body pretty well too. So it's benefited him. Like, we've gotten to the point in boxing where we think we could control how much you fight, who you sign and fight for, like what promotion what banner you fighting under, what promoter you get. Like, we don't just sit back and enjoy the show, enjoy the fights, man. We be mad at all the wrong shit. I played a different clip where dude was criticizing him about re-signing the Top Rank. So damn what? You get me? Like, you telling guys, oh, you should have went to PBC or you should have went here. How do you know any of those people had anything on the table for him at all? How do you know this? Right? Like, boxing is a niche sport as it is. Those circles be small. I'm pretty sure if somebody wanted to pursue him before he re-signed, they could have done it. But we'll tell him where he should have went without even knowing if that was an opportunity there for him to do it. Like, shut up and just sit back and let these men figure out their careers. Like, I don't feel like I got that kind of power as a fan, like to tell you where you got to sign that.
Well, the one thing I respect about Terence is that, you know what I'm saying, just listen to him talk. You know, I think Terence understands the business of boxing, and so he took control of his career. I mean, us as fans want to see probably certain fights, and we want guys to move a certain way. But, you know, Terence Crawford, from what I understand, you know, smart investments, took control of his career. He's made some good money, and at the end of the day, how can you argue that, right? I mean, he went out on top versus Canelo, had a good payday. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, isn't that the ultimate goal? And here's what's funny, bro. Here's what's funny. I know for a fact that, or I assume that Malik Scott knew what Terence was talking about, bro, because everything they said Terence couldn't do, he did it, right? Said he's gonna get beat by Errol Spence. That was easy work, right? He moved up some weight classes, fought Canelo. Everybody was talking about how it's a mismatch and blah, blah, blah. He made that look easy. Bro, like, I mean, there's a level of jealousy and there's a level of hatred that I feel coming from some of these guys, bro. And it's sad, man. It's just sad. And so, like you said earlier, man, because I was listening, I don't know these guys to rock with them. I mean, we should only be judging, or I'll speak for myself. I only judge Terence Crawford, what he does inside that square circle. And Terence Crawford has done an awesome job at shutting the naysayers up with his boxing ability and boxing acumen. Period. Oh, you know, oh, that's cool. But guess what, though? Yeah, I'm going to go beat Canelo, though. You feel me?
Right.
I'm gonna go beat Madrigal. I'm gonna embarrass Earl Spence. And so I gotta say, listen. Terence Crawford is one of the few boxers when he's promoting a fight or he's marketing a fight and they're on their press tour, blah blah blah. People hold him to every single word that he says. It's boxing. Guys got to sell the fight, bro. Right? Guys got to sell the fight, right? And so, yeah, is he a little? Do guys operate in hyperbole and say things? Of course they do. But and then you made a great point, bro. At nowadays on this level, fighting twice a year is like that's cool because you have to sell a fight. You have to travel. You got to market the fight. 6, 7, 8 city tour overseas and in the country. Whatever you're doing, bro. So, I mean, Terence ain't finna fight no 4 times a year. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, do y'all not know the sport? I mean, y'all don't know boxing, bro? This is crazy.
Right. And the man fought till he was 30-8, bro. Like, he gave us the fights. He was active when he needed to be active. And how is that an indictment on a fighter? Like, how are we criticizing people when they're not in the ring? All right, so what? And just think about that. Do you think it's ideal? Do you think a fighter wants to not be in the ring? But I'm going to critique what happens when he actually is in the ring. He beating ass, UDs and knockouts. That's why I got this up here. This is an entire resume. That's 42 people up there. And the only ones given credit for it, and those that still got asterisks by it, depending on who you talk to, is Canelo Alvarez and Earl Spence. They still tell you Earl Spence was a drunk. He was washed up, damaged, the car accidents. They said Gamboa was really a featherweight, a little guy. You fought a little guy. Ricky Burns wasn't shit. Beltran wasn't nothing. Delorme, like Lundy was fun. I remember every last one of these fights. Seriously, yo. How many of these fights did people see for real? Because there's no way they really seen all these. If y'all would have seen these fights, there's no way you could be mad at this dude. I'm talking about from a boxing standpoint. I ain't talking about no personal shit. I'm just talking about getting in the ring and performing. Bro, I remember these fights. Beat up Breedis Prescott, Andre Klimov. I remember that. Ricky Burns, Yoriokas Gamboa, Beltran, Thomas Delorme, Darius Jean. He beat his ass. Hank Lundy beat his ass. Victor Postal whooped his ass. John Molina, he beat the hell out of John Molina. Diaz was a gold medalist. They made him stop the fight. Blaze, what it do? You get me? Like, and Dongo got stopped. Jeff Horn got beat up and stopped. Jose Benavidez, they said he had one leg. Like, but then think about it. Somebody fought him all these years later and didn't stop and went the distance. You don't hear it. People. I ain't knocking it, but I'm just saying, man, don't tell me this dude ain't one of them. He whooped Kell Brook ass after Kell Brook got off early, cut his eye a little bit with them jabs. Amir Khan couldn't touch him. And this is the same Amir Khan that won every round against Canelo Alvarez before he got, sent to the shadow realm. You know what I mean? Kell Brook, Sean Porter stopped him, knocked out Avanesi and Spence, beat up Madrimov, and then ended it with damn Canelo, man. That's a hell of a run, bro.
And also too, bro, you had dudes after he beat Canelo talking about he needs to go to 175 now and go fight David.
Somebody said that in the chat too.
I'm like, come on, what are we doing, man? But just real quick, bro, before
I fight Benavidez or
now all of a sudden he's scared of Boots.
Benavidez. Me a whole cruiserweight out this joint.
Come on, man. Real quick, bro, if it's okay, just let me make this last point about Shakur, and then I'm
you good. Go ahead. You straight.
I don't know what the hell Teo doing, bro. You bringing in Freddie Roach, bro? You bringing in Freddie Roach? Like, I mean, you wait until now to bring in Freddie Roach versus Shakur Stevenson, that type of fighter. See, the thing is this: Freddie Roach is a offensive trainer, and a guy like Shakur Stevenson, like, I mean, your mental got to be on point, bro. Like, it's going to be a chess match early, obviously, I think. But it's going to be about adjustments, distance. And when you start talking technical boxing, I don't look at Freddie Roach as that type of trainer, bro, where he's just very technically – because he knows boxing. I mean, maybe I'm not saying it the right way, but I think that I hope Freddie doesn't change Teo too much to where he's just sloppy and then Shakur just whoops his ass, which I think Shakur is going to whoop his ass anyways. But I hope that, Freddie don't open him up to get his ass beat a lot more than what I thought is. Does that make sense to a little bit though? I mean,
no, I get what you're saying. Look, I think to a degree, what you basically saying, you don't feel like Freddie Roach is no X factor or game changer.
Yeah,
right? He know boxing, but I just don't feel like he's gonna be no determining factor. Maybe he can add some things, but I think, yo, realistically, bro, Tio is who he is. I don't think he about to do something different that he don't normally do. The question is, can he be the very best version of himself against Shakur Stevenson, and is that enough to beat him? Right? That's what I expect. Yo, this dude gonna be athletic. He gonna try to be. He ain't gonna try. He is fast and got those quick twitch, reflexes and shit like that. But I think a lot of what he do affects guys that just can't keep up with him or just not on that level, right? So I think when you really up that cloth, man, you don't fall for a lot of the smoke and mirrors. That is his, I think his athleticism. Yeah. All that moving and like when I'm tired of people keep talking about how he punched his foot. I mean, I enjoyed him punching his foot. I think it was Was it Barboza that he did that?
Yeah.
That was cool, but that's somebody that just can't hang with him. Like you do that in front of Shakur and you beating him up and start punching your sneaks and shit. I'm gonna be super impressed. I mean, I enjoyed it against Barboza. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? That was an undefeated dude coming to win. You whooped his ass, but I was able to see very early, like he didn't have the athleticism, the speed, and the creativity, nor the hunger and drive to keep up with Tio. So he was just at a deficit. He was like 2 steps behind all night.
So I do think that people have a misconception about Shakur's power or his ability to hit Tio with a shot that can possibly change the fight. I think both guys are looking to not come forward, but have the other guy come to them. Tio's at his best where you come to him and then he's countering and he's doing his thing. And then once Tio kind of feels like I can walk you down a little bit, then he'll come forward. But Tio's there to be hit, obviously. I think Shakur defense is on point. I'm just curious to see at what point during the fight, if this even happens, do you see Shakur stepping on the pedal and being first, and maybe after 6, 7, even maybe 8 rounds, is there a fight that you can see where Shakur will come forward and press it because he no longer respects Tio's power? Or
I'll tell you this, I can see that. I expect him to mix it up because I feel like that'll be what the situation calls for. But what I've noticed, like I've pretty much seen all his fights, right? So I know the more comfortable he get and the more sure he is of himself, like if you allow him to get that comfortable, that he will start to press you and come forward, and he will get more and more confident. He the kind of guy, basically, right, that I think he builds his confidence from a real place. He's having continuous success. You'll see the confidence growing with the success, and you'll see him willing to take more chances and do different things. Like you see it. You seen it. You seen it in this most recent fight. It got to a point where you could tell where he adjusted to what was in front of him, and then he was comfortable going in his bag, and the shit just was beautiful from an offensive standpoint. I ain't hear nobody shitting on the offense, right, for the most part. So when he the kind of guy that you just don't want to allow to get comfortable, and that's what Tio can. Can you break his rhythm? Can you disrupt his rhythm consistently enough to where you put him at a disadvantage, and you're piling up rounds as opposed to him doing?
Also, and I can see Shakur because Shakur does a great job fighting in a phone booth. I think he's a much more better inside fighter than Tio. I think short shots, short uppercuts, short shots to the body, even probably some shots that we don't see on TV. I think that Shakur can stand in the pocket with Tio and make Tio miss. He can see it coming. And so I think you made a great point. Once Shakur is comfortable with what's coming back at him, but I do think Shakur is going to be safe to a certain degree, but at times, I don't want Shakur to fight for the fans, bro. Like, fight to get the win, bro. I
don't think he will.
Okay, because
I don't think he will.
I hate when they said, "Oh man, like like the fans are booing." Who cares? Like, your job is to get your hand raised, and don't put yourself in position to get caught. And so, I don't know, man. I mean, I think Tio. Listen, it's going to be interesting the first couple of rounds, and both guys. Tio's probably a little bit more dangerous than Shakur is, in the first couple of rounds. But this might be a boring fight, bro, where it's distance and it's movement, and Shakur pot shots him, and maybe some close rounds in there. Maybe Shakur gets it, 115, 113, 116, 112, 8-5, 7-5. I'm sorry, 8-4, 7-5. And so, but at the end of the day, I do think that Shakur is going to get his hand raised. And I think that Teo is going to be surprised by Shakur's offensive output at times, and he's going to be hesitant to get countered. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, his accuracy will make you a little hesitant. He made Zepeda, who's the most offensive guy, most busy, throw the most punches, in boxing. He had him resetting and re-strategizing in that fight.
And last point too, bro. And last point, like I don't think Teo's coming as aggressive as Shakur's, Zepeda. Zepeda is like, he like him and Pitbull Cruz, like they coming forward, bro. At all, like that's what they do, right? And so you can't tell me that from a distance standpoint and just boxing ability, you think Teo's gonna sit on the outside and he's gonna be able to outbox Teo? No.
Right.
No. So I don't know. I mean, I think Teo is between a rock and a hard place. Like I think Teo is gonna have to press the attack and come forward and force the fight, but then you may get countered, right? But if you sit back and try to box this kid, Shakur Stevenson, good luck, bro. I mean, we're talking about a master boxer, boxer.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, you have a great evening, bro. Thanks for allowing me to come up, man, and get my shit off, man. But
man, for sure, bro. It's all good.
I'll be listening, man.
I appreciate you. Talk to you, man. So, yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Miles, man. Yeah, man, Teo, he got his work cut out. But speaking of him, being that he segued into this a little bit, let's talk about some of this stuff because I've been playing clips from Shakur and people have been talking about Teo. You see, Teo was 170-20 in the amateurs. He kicked some ass as an amateur, But he looked like he in real dog shape and he ready. He look ready. So he looked sharp, bro. He looked sharp. He looked ready to go, man. His ass looked ready to go. Sparring his nose. He looked good. Choreography. Yeah. Y'all on his ass. So look, that's Teo. I think I had one more clip with Teo in the gym. Him being quiet.
Right open. It's nice. Yeah, it's in the end. Get up a little higher. Do it. We do it right hand. That's it. Right hand. Quick. We do it. We do it. We do it right hand. That's it. I can get to you.
Teofimo Lopez isn't easing into this camp. He's locking in like a man who knows exactly what's on the other side of the ring. Training for a technician like Shakur Stevenson isn't about looking flashy, it's about discipline, timing, and control. And that's exactly where Teo's mindset is right now.
Get to here, but it's not. Don't need another stop. Stop. That's him. Make him head back here. To the wall. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
The session's coming out.
You look ready to go, man. I mean, he got Freddie Roach. I don't know how much that's going to help, but like I said, I just don't feel like at this point Freddie Roach is some type of game changer or nothing like that. Respectfully, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? You can have him, bring him in there. Maybe he'll help you. He do know the game of boxing. No, you can't disregard his knowledge, but yeah, he got a tendency to load up. Like Tim Bradley was giving a really good breakdown, blunt, and he was talking about how T.O. explodes and kind of let you see his hand. You know what I'm saying? When he doing that, when he explodes, you could tell. I think Shakur, with that quick processor, he'll figure it out. You know what I mean? At least I think he will. You know what I mean? But it's going. Like I said, I ain't gonna get tired of talking about this. It's always a different angle. I just try to show T.O. some love today, show some of the work he been doing in the gym. Working with Freddie, I mean, cool, but I just don't think he no game changer or nothing at this point. Like, has he been significant in any fights on the last time? Like, he been relevant at all? I think T.O. is who T.O. is, man. I just think it's up to him, man. Like, he's a guy that I don't feel like he get coached to wins. I feel like he be in there. Yeah, he got some guidance, but I feel like he mainly wins off of the shit that he do, if that makes sense, right? Him just being a super athletic guy. I mean, he'll take chances. That's something that he does too. That I respect. He take chances. Dude will take chances, bro. He'll definitely take chances, man. So, I mean, yeah, Freddie Roach, I mean, interesting addition, but like I said, I just don't see how that's gonna really factor in too much. Maybe I just can't see it yet. Maybe he'll show me shit. Maybe he'll show me. I gotta pull up this Leslie Roach got Manny and him jumping. David, what's good, homie? He's probably gonna be careful who can control their lead hand. Yeah, the feet is important too, man. That lead foot control is definitely important, man, because bro be on that. He got some really smart feet, educated. I think T.O. just more flashy, man. That's why I said it's gonna be flash versus substance, man. For real, for real. I gotta find that video for y'all with Oscar De La Hoya. Range of course, yeah. Hey man, so look, T.O. out there. He got Freddie. He looking like he in tip-top shape. His weight down. You know what I'm saying? Hella fun. Boy, you man, watch out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. DC quiet and focused, though. That's the great thing. That's why I think we'll make the fight special, because we're going to be too focused. We're going to be anything less, I believe. Yeah, I think he gonna be too focused, I think, to allow himself to you know what I'm saying? I think he gonna be too focused to allow himself to go in there slipping, because he can't afford that. And I don't think he want to lose at all. I know that dude don't want to lose. He don't want to be sitting around asking the world, dude, he got it again. He ain't trying to be sitting around talking about he beat him 11 rounds to 2, right? He don't want to do that. So he was 170-20 in them amateurs, man. He was a bad man, wasn't he? But it was Core. Core got an amateur record too. 140-3. Yeah, you see that? He lost 17 more times as an amateur. Should just be funny. I'm gonna play this clip from this other guy breaking it down, yo. So look, I've been hearing a lot about, like, you know, what if the TO that show up Loma? What if the TO that showed up against Josh Taylor? And that's cool. But what if the TO show up that fought, you know, Nakatani, Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz? Like, what if that guy show up? Then what happens then too? So it's real. What happens if the Shakur De Los Santos show up, or according to them, the Shakur and Nakatila, right? The Shakur that fought Nakatila, what if that guy shows up, right? What if he hurts his hands? These are real questions, and it's cool, but I think he'll be fine. But Buddy gave a little breakdown on this after watching this Jermaine Ortiz fight. And did y'all see this fight with him and Jermaine Ortiz recently, man? If not, go check it out, man.
Yo, I knew Shakur was going to beat Teo, but now I know for sure, 100% fact, Shakur going to wash up Teo. I just rewatched the fight with Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez, and I watched it on mute. That's what y'all got to do sometimes, watch these fights on mute, because these commentators be real biased and they just be talking, playing the script. But yo, that boy Jermaine washed Teo. Teo couldn't do nothing with him. He couldn't keep up with him. Jermaine was using the ring, which Shakur does very well. And Teo couldn't touch him. He couldn't touch him. He kept getting countered with that check hook. Like, he was doing him bad, honestly. He threw punches and bunches. You know, he had a good punch output. Teo couldn't keep up. And even that cut right here on his eye, that's from a headbutt. That's from Teo headbutting him. Teo couldn't touch him the whole fight. I don't know how they gave Teo the fight. I don't know what was going on, but everyone could.
Right. What he said. He said, just sign off, man. Like, just sign off, because y'all ain't going to be able to say shit. Yeah, go ahead, sign off. Log out, G. You get me? I'm with Buddy right there. But look, this is why we see these fights, man. But I like what he was saying. Look, it's all about mixing it up, man. Being you know, diverse in there. Till one, because it's the business of boxing, yeah. Yeah, man, he got that off, man. Ain't nobody gonna go kicking and screaming when Jermaine don't get a win, right? He's been digging themselves in the hole for years. Yeah, I do. I swear it'd be funny, Jordan. I just sit back and laugh, man, and watch it. I got another breakdown, though. Hold on. We're going to get to another breakdown that I didn't play yet. I didn't play yet for y'all. Hold on. Let me find it, man. Let me find this breakdown for y'all. Headquarters breakdown. My son L-Dub Boxing. The plug in the building. What's good, my guy? What's good with it? My son. They tried to cheat my son. My son. That shit be funny. Teal Senior ain't playing about his baby boy. He ain't playing about his baby boy. My son. That shit be funny, man. Hold on. What is breakdown? I think this is it here. I think this is it. That's
I look up to Bud a lot. Honestly, he one of the realest dudes that I done met. He's still a normal person in his head. Like, he don't believe that he's above everyone else. And that's how I feel about myself.
You seen me around a lot. Don't act like you ain't seen me around them days. He said that I do.
Bud, come on. Terence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen and straight boom.
And he fought Cambosis with no air in his chest and no air in his lungs.
Straight shot, like right here. Boom, there you go. But you gotta make sure you step. Bam. That's when they're trying to run out. When they're trying to run, pop, there you go.
Even if I
40 the Surgeon, what's good? Yeah, Teo is a great fighter, bro. He is, man. He is. At the top of his game, you can't take nothing from him. And I'm telling you, I got a sneaky suspicion based on the way he looking. He looks sharp. His weight look down. He look focused. He more quiet, so that's a good thing. That's good for us boxing fans. He quiet because he focused, and I don't think I think he's gonna do everything in his power to win the fight, which in turn make it a great fight because of that. He can't afford to play it safe and not come to win. He got to come to win. He got to shake up the tree a little bit. He got to shake the tree a little bit. Got to shake it. I don't feel the same way that he's feeling at the moment. It don't matter. I still want to hear him out and try to understand what he's saying.
If you hear, what do you think he can throw? Because you out the way of the right hand.
He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he needs to soak up, put it into his arsenal, and then he make the best out of everything that he learned from everybody.
Then throw it straight left to the body.
At the end of the day, you don't want to feel like a know-it-all. And the people that know it all are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
Shakur Stevenson isn't treating this camp like just another title defense. He's sharpening blades in elite company, and that tells you everything about how seriously he's taking Teofimo Lopez.
He's a work of art. The sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's gonna be
was good with it.
Very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has, and given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to everybody in the division, and be the last man standing given the opportunity.
Shakur has been putting in work alongside Terence Crawford, training at D1 Training Colorado Springs, the same high-performance spot where Crawford prepared for his Canelo showdown. That alone changes the temperature of this fight. This isn't just pads and cardio. This is elite-level problem-solving, where timing, positioning, and mental discipline get tested every single round.
I sent somebody to steal his passport, replicate his job, all types of weird stuff.
He called me earlier. It's like, yo, when you spar, I'm gonna come to the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna spar at 4 o'clock. I really didn't think he was gonna pull up, but he pulled up. It means everything, his advice and listening to him in the ring. He calling out little shit. I'm trying to make sure I do what he says. So a hell of a blessing to have Bud, Floyd, all these guys backing me, and I appreciate it. I'm just trying to keep pushing and keep getting better and better.
Working with Crawford means Shakur is seeing real pressure, real IQ, and real adjustments, not rehearsed looks. You can bet they're drilling control under fire, subtle traps, and how to punish overcommitment without burning energy. It also says a lot about Shakur's
This is a really good breakdown.
mindset, because you don't bring in Crawford and
I think it starts slow, Mr. Empire, and then it'll eventually pick up. I think if Shakur like what he's seeing in the first few rounds, you'll see him grow more comfortable and pick it up more. Shout out to Al Booger. What's good with him, my guy? But I think it'll start slow and then pick up eventually. You know what I mean? After he see what he needs to see. Once he figure out T.O. a bit, I think you'll see him take more chances. And vice versa, man. I think each guy is going – they're going to need to establish success early to be comfortable to continue to step on it, right? So to speak. So that's why I say the more comfortable he is, the more you're going to see him go in his bag. They ain't going to be able to hate no more, y'all. 40 the Surgeon, I'm with you. Let's keep going, y'all.
unless you're ready to be challenged, corrected, and pushed past comfort.
Together, Mike.
I hurt my hand. I was hurting it all throughout the camp.
I was feeling good.
I felt it just now. But I was trying to ignore the pain and keep it going, but it just got worse to the point where I couldn't really take it no more. I kind of felt it after my last fight. I'm like, man, just ignore it because you're going to have to keep ignoring it every time you fight. You don't realize it until it gets like to the point where you just can't take it no more. That video, even that video that got out of me like hitting somebody with a body shot, I fell. I've been hitting it constantly over and over and over. I felt the pain badly that last time to where it's like I couldn't take it no more.
Training in that environment, surrounded by championship standards, and
that's something people be talking about. That's a concern in hands, but as you hearing him explain, like he was tweaking his hand all throughout the camp, and he still went out there and fought the kind of fight he did in his last fight. Now you still don't want to be compromised to any degree going into a big fight, but I think as long as you as healthy as possible, man, that's all you can ask for. You know what I'm saying? Manage them hands, man. Manage them hands. Stop damaging. Make sure you get your hands right properly and use some gloves that protect your hands from damage. Yeah, January is a really good, strong month for boxing.
Zero Nonsense is about more than skill. It's about sharpening composure against a fighter like Teofimo Lopez, who thrives on chaos and explosive moments. Shakur clearly wants his instincts tuned to calm precision under pressure. This camp feels intentional, serious, and quietly dangerous. The kind of preparation that doesn't talk much, but usually shows up loud on fight night. And just when you think Shakur grinding with Terence Crawford in Colorado is the final boss energy, here comes Keyshawn Davis sliding in with the calmest, most grown man breakdown of this whole thing. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this is what it sounds like when someone's actually been in the trenches with both.
Could be Ozell, could be technique, but I'll lean toward what he said. He gave some insight on it. He said it's the lack of him wrapping his hands early in his career, and the way he, he wasn't making sure he was properly wrapping his hands and then using them and damaging them. You know what I'm saying? So some of the issues that he deal with his hands is definitely self-inflicted, something that he kind of caused. Let's keep going. Hit that
Guys,
like, man.
And it isn't chasing clicks. He's not yelling, not picking sides like it's a Twitter poll. He's basically saying, relax. This fight is going to breathe before it bites.
At the end of the era, it may have been Teo and Shakur, especially if you would never fight Shakur, right? How do you see this fight playing out?
I see it playing out, let's say, I see it starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is going to eventually start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Especially for that to be his brother.
I think it's going to be closer than people think.
And that part matters, because when Keyshawn says it starts slow and then Teofimo ramps it up, that's not theory, that's lived experience talking. I like how he keeps it honest too, no fake disrespect, no pretending one guy can't fight. He flat out says Teofimo can fight, and if you deny that, you're lying to yourself. At the same time, he doesn't duck it either. He still leans Shakur by points, just closer than people expect. And that's the key word here, closer. Not a cruise, not a shutout, not a viral meltdown, but a
Who cares how close it is? As long as he get his hand raised, man. Shit, he fighting a damn legit world champion, an accomplished world champion. Shit ain't supposed to be easy. I don't know why people talk about fights like they supposed to be easy. I get it stylistically and on paper and all that shit, but none of that shit matter if you don't perform on fight night. So none of these fights are not supposed to be easy. He taking a challenge because he taking this fight because it is a challenge, right? So he not expecting it to be easy. You hearing what he's saying? He like, he a great fighter, but I'm gonna show him. Like, he confident the way he's supposed to be, but he knows full well this shit ain't easy. It ain't supposed to be easy either. Teo can fight, bro. But he just make mistakes that a smart fighter can capitalize.
Real fight where momentum swings and both guys have to answer uncomfortable questions.
I think it's pretty
good. Hey, one thing I can say though, because I've been seeing, we've been amateur together and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Tio can fight.
I'm telling you that. Tio can fight.
Winning back
if
then.
you said he couldn't, you'd be lying.
Right. That's a real assessment, though. I think Shakur still wins, but it's gonna be closer than what people think.
Tio is nice. A lot, man, no doubt.
Yeah, and Keyshawn, speaking of Tio, you've been vocal about your desire to fight Teofimo Lopez. And of course, I was there in Las Vegas, right, when you FaceTime Tio. Now Tio's fighting Shakur Stevenson. But do we see Keyshawn and Tio at some point?
How was Tio acting when I FaceTimed him? Since you brought it up, how was he acting?
You tell me. You tell the people.
Why do I gotta tell you? What you asked me again? Because I want to answer that. What'd you say?
Do we see you and Tio fight in the future?
Depending on what Shakur do with him.
Hey, losing to Shakur, though, that can't be a...
What really stands out to me is how Keyshawn separates friendship from reality. He gives Shakur his flowers for being there in low moments. But when the bell rings, all that turns into analysis, not emotion. That's rare. No hype man talk, no burying anyone's future, just it depends how you lose energy. And honestly, that's the most realistic take yet. This isn't legacy ending territory for either guy. It's
Rob was good. Yeah, that's a fact. Like the highest rivalries are the best boxers in the world. That's a fact, bro. I'm telling you. Real talk. He said Key was talking slick, talking shit to core to slick.
legacy shaping territory. We're not watching a collapse. We're watching two timelines collide. And if you're expecting a one-sided story,
if Teofimo was able to impose his will.
Keyshawn basically told you to lower your volume and pay attention.
Zoom.
Tio depends how bad he loses.
That's about to say. So you think it's going to be bad?
Let's say he loses a competitive fight. I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight.
Beats him.
What then? What then for you and Teo?
For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that shit. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. I mean, knocking them out.
I remember.
And that's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah. And right after Keyshawn gave us that calm, lived-in fighter perspective, the conversation naturally levels up when Teddy Atlas steps in. Because when Teddy talks, it's not noise, it's philosophy mixed with scars. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this is the grown-up table of the discussion. No hype chasing, no viral soundbite hunting, just respect for two guys daring to dance when most would change partners. I love how Teddy shuts down the lazy narrative immediately. You don't get to accuse Teofimo Lopez or Shakur Stevenson of ducking anyone anymore, because this fight kills that argument on contact.
I want to piggyback a little bit off of what you just said. I want to start by just giving them credit. A lot of these guys avoid certain fights. They're not avoiding them right now. You got to give them credit. A lot of people took shots at Shakur, and Teofimo at certain spots. He's avoiding this guy. He's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up, and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science.
The honesty about style is refreshing. This might not be fireworks every second, but it will be real boxing. Adjustment.
It's crazy that, people even say that. Like, why do you got to do fights got to be fireworks the entire time for it to be a good fight? Whatever happened to appreciating a good high-level chess match between two world-class fighters? I don't get it, yo. All this fake craving for excitement. You got to be overly excited. Man, shut up, man. If you wanted to be exciting, tell Teo to have his A game, and I think that'd be enough, man. That'd make it a damn good fight because they both going to be on top of their games, I believe, and that's what makes the fight what it's going to be.
space control, and timing. Teddy highlights Shakur's willingness to step inside, and that matters against Teofimo because you can't just live on the outside and expect peace. At the same time, Teo's power is the variable that changes conversations mid-round. Athleticism versus explosiveness, talent versus talent. This is the kind of matchup where one tiny decision can flip around, and for people who actually love the sport, that's exactly the point.
Teofimo showed you that he can fight inside, he can fight outside. He would have the advantage of power in this fight. You know one thing that I love about this fight, Bud? Shakur's very athletic, very talented. So is Teofimo. He's more explosive with power, but Teofimo is very athletic. He is very talented. You got two athletic guys, two talented guys. Again, Teofimo I would favor with the power. This is going to be interesting. I'll tell you, it's a lot to like about these two athletic, talented fighters.
I like this breakdown,
and
man.
Right after Teddy Atlas gives you that professor with a blackboard breakdown, the vibe shifts when Timothy Bradley Jr. jumps in because Tim doesn't analyze boxing like a spectator. He talks like a guy who's been in there, hearing his own heartbeat. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this isn't about height. This is a warning label. He's basically telling everyone, commentators included, if you come into this fight lazy, you're going to miss the whole story. This isn't a rock'em sock'em fight. This is a chess match where every inch is earned and every mistake is expensive. And I love how he frames it. Fundamentals versus explosion. On one side, you've got Shakur Stevenson, who treats defense like a locked door and only opens it when it benefits him. On the other side, you've got Teofimo Lopez, a guy who doesn't need many invitations to turn a calm around into a problem. Bradley's message is clear. If you don't understand nuance, timing, and setups, you're going to call this fight boring and expose yourself in the process. This is boxing for people who actually watch boxing.
Oh, that go for everybody that's gonna be calling this fight, because there's every offense that, or every type of any offense that's gonna be landed, it's gonna have to be earned or set up. Both these guys are intelligent, right? Teofimo Lopez, explosive as hell. He's smart as well. Shoot, you gotta remember, this man was the first man to beat Lomachenko. Yeah, well before Haney. Yeah, So look, check this out. And you already know Shakur Stevenson. You know what he bringing to the ring. Defense first. Yep, defense first. You ain't getting nothing. I'm gonna get mine when I get mine and when I want to get mine, but you ain't getting nothing.
And here's where Tim really hits his stride, because he kills that lazy Shakur can't punch talk without raising his voice. I'm nodding along like, facts. Power isn't just about muscle, it's about
Right, man, he lost to Orlando Salido, man.
timing, placement, and catching you mid-thought. That's grown man boxing. Bradley's examples aren't random either. He's reminding you that explosiveness without discipline gets punished, and discipline without awareness gets cracked open eventually. If Teofimo rushes in reckless, he could find himself resetting faster than he planned. But if Shakur gets too comfortable and starts assuming control equals safety, that's when the danger sneaks in. What I really respect is how Tim frames this as a fight that rewards intelligence. No freebies, no coasting. Every offense has to be built, disguised, and earned. And for us as fans, that's the beauty of it. This isn't about who throws more punches, it's about who understands the moment better when it counts. If you're locked in, this fight...
Yeah, man. Yeah, understanding the moment gonna be important. Hey, Jordan, I could see that. Especially if he has success in them rounds. 8-1 Hoop Zone, my brother. What's good, 8-1? How you feeling? Till's second man to beat Loma, do better. Tim, yeah, man. They be conveniently trying to forget about that Orlando Salido loss. You get me? You know what I mean? They be trying to
feel tense, layered, and fascinating. If you're not, you'll blink and miss why one small exchange just decided an entire round.
So look, y'all might perceive this fight as being boring and this and that. This is gonna be one hell of a technical battle that I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see this battle. Oh yeah. Yeah, because what y'all gonna witness is, I'm gonna tell you right now what you're gonna witness. You're gonna witness fundamentals, great fundamentals, versus that explosive stuff. You know what I'm saying? That explosive stuff. So like, let me give you a prime example. Not to this degree, but Tonio Tarver, Roy Jones. Tarver had them fundamentals down. Roy did. Had them fundamentals down.
Here's my call, and I'm not hedging it. I see this fight starting exactly how Shakur wants it to start. Clean lanes, controlled distance. Teofimo having to earn every inch like it's rented space. Shakur Stevenson will bank early rounds with precision and make it feel like he's got the remote control. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. This is not a 12-round seminar. Somewhere in the middle rounds, Teofimo's timing starts syncing up. The reads sharpen, and those sudden bursts stop being guesses and start becoming statements. Teofimo Lopez isn't going to win minutes. He's going to steal moments, and moments matter when judges are human. I don't see a blowout, and I don't see panic. I see tension. I see Shakur adjusting brilliantly, but I also see Teofimo forcing him to work harder than he wants to, especially late. My edge goes to Shakur by a tight decision, not because he dominates, but because his discipline survives the chaos just long enough. And if people walk away arguing, replaying rounds, and splitting scorecards, that's not controversy. That's proof this fight delivered exactly what real boxing looks like.
Now, I understand what happened. Now, yeah, look, if Teofimo Lopez, he get out of line and he want to run in there that fire and he get his behind caught, just like Norman Jr. got his behind caught, talking about, oh, he can't punch. Oh, he can find himself picking himself off of the canvas too. Yeah, talking about Shakur can't punch. I don't see many guys just running in there on Shakur. But anyways, look, y'all already know what it is. Precision, timing, right? Hitting the dude when he don't see something coming. That's power.
Now, it's really on you. Drop your take in the comments and don't hold back. Tell me how you see this fight playing out, who controls it, who cracks first, and why. I want real boxing opinions, not scoreboard watching, because this is the kind of matchup that deserves actual discussion. And yo, if you're rocking with the breakdowns, the reactions, and the real fight talk, don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. That support keeps this thing moving and lets us keep doing this the right way. We're locked.
Shout out to Boxing Headquarters, man. I like this breakdown from them. This was a good breakdown. Big Tex, what it do, my guy? How you feeling, man? It was a good breakdown. Shout out to Showbiz, though. He had a little tinfoil hat on, and he gave a little breakdown of rock versus water and water versus water. It was an interesting little theory. I'm going to play it for y'all, man. I'm going to play it for y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Shout out to Big Tex. Let's get to it, because trying to give people, anybody that was giving Tio the edge, try to play those clips so people can, everybody ain't going, of course. Some people are actually picking Tio to win.
Remember my concept of water and rock? I said water beats rock. I chose rock over water with Canelo over Terence Crawford. Both the times I chose rock was over Terence, who is water personified. Water beats rock almost every damn time. And you have water versus water here. But I feel that Tio is more water than Shakur. Am I wrong? Shakur is more technical. Tio is more water. Tio will hit his shoe. Tio will step back and do it. Tio is less rigid than Shakur. Shakur is fast. He's quick. But Shakur movements and everything, he's in the pocket, he's super technical. He's probably the most technical fighter in the world, but Tio is more fluent. Look at Tio. Look at what he does. Tio is more water than him.
And I get where he going with that. the tinfoil hat. He had the tinfoil hat. Shout out to Showbiz, man. I appreciate the take, but Tio is more water. I just feel like that shit don't be substance. Shakur is more efficient, and y'all seen it with the numbers, right? So you just got to stay on par with what you normally do, man. You just got to stay efficient. And shout out to Everything Boxing. I'm with you, bro. I just know, like, now and then, guys are able to raise their levels, but a competitive and close is not necessarily the same, right? Right? You can compete for 12 rounds, right? But if you lost 8 of them, right? 9 of them, you know what I'm saying? Then you it wasn't as close as it was competitive, right? So that's what I could see. I can see close rounds, but I can see him edging them and continue to bank rounds because of him being a guy that makes less mistakes. So I'm right there with you. And I think I had to reassess it if he allowed it to be close a certain way too. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. Shout out to Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the love and the super chat. Good fight. Hope Shakur has a good performance like he did against Herring. Yeah, I want to see masterclass, man. Herring, they ramped some things up in camp, so he's been working his ass off, so it should pay off, man. He's not a guy that's known to cut corners, so I can't wait to see what it looks like. Yeah, that was the tenfold hat right there. How come ever be in doubt? Yeah, that's why I say, man, just stay consistent with what you do. Put rounds in the bank. Mix it up. You know, do your thing. You know, again, efficiency over flash for sure for me. Efficiency over flash. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. Efficiency over flash. You got one guy that's super flashy and with that athleticism, but that shit don't always equal effectiveness, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you in there with a certain level. I like this breakdown. The first 60 seconds matter more than the highlights. Elite fighters don't just react. They anticipate using cues, tension control, decision speed. This is somebody really breaking this shit down right here. I like it. What he say? Let me take this off real quick. This off there. That off. Teofimo, can Teo force bad decisions? Yeah, that's a good question. Can Shakur keep the fight inside his rules? Decision and speed versus hand speed. I like this. I like this. Touch first, lead first. The whole game is hit without being hit, but at 140, the margin is smaller. Yeah. TL miss big misses create frustration. Frustration creates mistakes. Yeah. TL by UD. Okay. Going backwards too much. Okay. Shakur gonna let TL dig his own grave. Yeah. Stack rounds, don't chase a KO. Shakur tries to prove power. He gives Teal exchanges. Teal once. Nah, I don't think he's going to try to do that. Bottom line, Shakur's win condition is discipline, not drama. Yeah, that's a great point right there. I like this breakdown right here. Let's keep going, man. Teal needs a storm. Shakur needs a spreadsheet. And you got chaos and unpredictable versus control efficiency. I'll take the control and efficiency versus the chaos and being unpredictable, because as much as you want to think that you're unpredictable, we kind of know what you're going to do, and then people know where your weaknesses are. You haven't changed that yet. Say undetermined. Teal and UD. We'll see. But Shakur going back too much means Teal will be on the front foot where he's not his best at. So you got to think again. UD, I don't see that. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's able to just completely overwhelm Core in the 5 pounds difference, like affect him. Like the vid, I'm listening back. Shout out to Tay. Appreciate you on me. Teal don't need to risk too much. Teal's the champion. You can't rely on that. You damn sure don't rely. You damn sure don't want to rely on that, bro. You definitely don't want to just rely on the fact that you're a champion. Better come to win rounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Teal wins by making this fight uncomfortable, messy, violent, unpredictable. Shakur wins the fight by making the fight boring, clean, safe, efficient. I hate the word boring, man, because just because I'm putting hands on you and you can't hit me don't mean it's boring, but I get it. You know, if people was to tell you it's a boring fight, they would think that favors Shakur, right? But safe, what he calling safe, I say it's smart, efficient, clean. You get what I'm saying? Smart boxing, bro. That's what you need. You don't need to go in there and be messy, violent. Boxing violent enough, man. You just be who you need to be on the night, and that's yourself, bro. Go out there and be yourself. When Carl do to his champions, they get what I'm saying? He can't go relying on that. He better go out there and fight. And that's the thing, though. He might not have to take risks, EA, but T.O. is known to be a risk taker. T.O. definitely take chances. That's what makes him unpredictable, because he'll take chances. Other than that, he wouldn't be as unpredictable. I don't even think that'd be something that's up there, but he'll take chances, bro. He brave. He not gonna just sit there and just get spanked. He ain't laying down. He gonna fight back. But like I said, being competitive throughout the rounds and winning rounds is two different things. It can be a truly competitive fight. You know what I mean? You could see competitive damn washes. You know what I'm saying? You can see people compete hard for 10, 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And still lose the fight. They competed well, but they lose in the rounds constantly. So it could be that. We're going to find out. This aggressive person who's always controlling the fight wins the fight. If you're able to control the fight with your aggression. You know what I'm saying? Tio is not an aggressive guy, and he's not a pressure fighter. Can he be aggressive? Can he be aggressive versus is he aggressive? It's two different things, right? I think he can be. I think he can be on the front foot, but it don't look like he's comfortable there. And I'm telling you, Jermaine Ortiz exploited it the most recently. He exploited that. He did not look comfortable on that front foot at all. He was complaining. He kept whiffing a lot. He was missing a lot. And he was getting hit with some dumbass shots against Barboza. So you're going to see, man. What is this fight? What this fight really is. Tempo control versus disruption. Yeah, because Shakur likes to control the tempo of the fight. And I said this earlier. Can Tio disrupt his timing and rhythm consistently enough to put rounds together? Can he create enough of those unpredictable, messy, violent moments for him to put rounds in the bang and put Shakur at a deficit, make him uncomfortable, make him question himself a little bit? You know what I mean? That's what he's going to have to do. His work is cut out for him for sure. Y'all stupid. Let's keep going, bro. Hold on. I got one. I think I got one more. Yep, see? That's the shit I was talking about. I'm telling you, you got to break his rhythm. And early, too, because you don't want to fall behind. Because if you don't take control of the fight, he will. BJ in the building was good, homie. Break Shakur's rhythm early. Don't give him 2 rounds to download your timing. That's true. You want to do the downloading before he do. So that's fair, man. I like that. When the space Shakur lives where he can touch and step out, Tio has to keep him close enough that exiting costs energy. Yeah, that's not going to be easy. Make it a physical fight, leg plus body tax. Not head hunting. You slow down feet. You slow down defense. But shit, we seen it in his last fight. He was really able to take some real good body work from Williams and Payton. He was able to weather the storm of a guy that threw almost 1,000 punches at him. So that's the thing. Can you be efficient with your volume? Tio has had a tendency. He can up his volume. I hear people saying he could push the pace, but can he be efficient while doing so with somebody that's as good as Shakur is defensively, right? Can he find himself up 2 rounds, you know what I mean? Or at the 3, you know what I mean? Up 2 rounds instead of down 2 rounds, right? You already know. Shout out to Reef, man. Corey says he's playing catch. Playing catch. Whatever that means. I think you're coming to win. I keep seeing people say something about the attacking Shakur body, but shit, that's a body attack is a 2-way street. We got 60 people in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. Sub to the channel, support the grind. We're gonna keep cooking for a bit. You said Shakur already said he's playing catch. Catch what? What's catch? Tia gonna be catching hands. Is what you're saying now? Oh, let's keep going though. Let's keep going.
I mean, I think Keyshawn on that OSTERINE. That's it.
Why you say that?
Come on, you just.
As far as
that.
far as next, I want to see him fight Teo. If Teo can win, you know, I don't have him beating Shakur, but he's more likely to fight Devin with like out no clauses, you know, just straight up welterweight. We have video footage. We've seen a Shakur Stevenson say in an interview, I don't want no clauses. Then maybe like a year later on the Breakfast Club interview, he say, I want clauses. Dude don't know what the fuck he want. Motherfuckers be talking all that shit on everybody's name. Then when you faced with it, when it's real, now you talking about clauses. You already ducked it at fucking 35 because you wanted like a bigger share of the pie and all that shit, whatever the fuck. Now you talking about if you go up there. And he already said he going back to 35, so he don't really want to work at 140 either if he beat Teo. So we already know that you're not finna try to go up there with like welterweight. He don't want to work.
You ever see somebody like downplaying a fighter because they not willing to go to the 5th weight class, or they ain't even get to that point yet? This man can't even get to fight at 140. They already putting him at 47 because Devin finally fighting closer to where he should be. Y'all piss me off with that, man. I'm telling you right now, that's going the day y'all sign a contract to fight Shakur Stevenson is the day you make the biggest mistake you made in boxing. That I'm standing on that shit. Y'all gonna really see what y'all really need to, what y'all don't want to see. Y'all gonna see why Bill was saying that shit he was saying on camera. I'm telling you, all that trying to rush a guy up to 47, man, kill that shit. He's catch like Jerry. Nah, I think he gonna do what he need to do, bro. Howard, what's good, homie? That's Teal ex-wife, but fights this weekend. He said probably not. You got to buy the fight on pay-per-view. I don't know if I want to buy Matias and Dalton Smith, man. I might though, man, because we junkies, man. I might, man. But I'm telling you now, if I buy it, I didn't want to. If I buy it, I didn't want to, bro. I don't be my, we buy the pay-per-views, but some of these shits don't be worth it, man. I just don't think Dalton Smith and Matias should have been pay-per-view. I think that's some bull. Clip talking about just watch record them come forward. The reach is real. Yeah. They at this point, bro, all they got is narratives to go off to since, bro. They don't got no proof about nothing. They just be chatting. Or I'm telling you, they just be chatting, man. They don't be having no proof about nothing, dog. Tio gonna pay for all that shit, he said, man. So let's see, man. Can he be the one to attack the body and slow him down early? No head hunting. It is smart, though. You know what I'm saying? So I plead the fifth to do it on core versus dead matchup. I get you, bro. My frustration, Damon, is not about the fight itself. It's like you making a guy seem like he's less than for not planning to go to the 5th weight class, and he ain't even get through the 4th one, right? It's annoying. It's like, bro, the dude started at 26. That'll be his 5th weight class. Devin started at where? You got 35, 40, 47. That's 3. He'd be on his 5th. Devin to be in his 3rd. You see the difference? I'm not knocking him. It's just, obviously, he started 2 weight classes below Devin Haney. What does that tell you about Shakur Stevenson? He's naturally smaller, right? That's all that is, man. I don't know why people keep making a big deal about some weight, man. But I'm telling you, it's going to be the day y'all sign the contract to fight Shakur Stevenson and he's signing in return. It's going to be the day y'all lose. That's all. I have nothing bad to say. It's just my opinion. I think y'all lose that fight. Y'all. I hear people saying they're not on the same level, all types of weird ass shit. Like, but you can't prove it based on nothing that's going on in the ring. So I don't even know why people would say something as silly as that. What level is that? You know what I'm saying? What level is it that Devin is on that Shakur hasn't reached? This shit sounds silly. They both world-class dudes. On the front foot, still going to be one way. But whoopper, yeah. Yeah, man. If he can't get his offense on track, he in trouble. But I think he'll find a way, man, because T.O.'s a little, I don't know. He's just an athletic guy. He can fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the hell with them. It's not smart, bro. Boxing is about not taking punishment, EA. Not just satisfying fans, not taking punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should he? If I gotta take punishment for you to watch me, then don't watch me. That's how I'm on it. You get me? So that's that. He thinking about longevity. He's a smart fighter. See, think about it. He knew the opponent. He had the right opponent to fight that way against, and he did it. So he satisfied the fans in that way where Whereas he showed you he can do all the things that people said he can't do. But don't expect him to fight every fight that way, right? Because obviously him fighting in the pocket, he get hit more than he ever been hit in his career. That's not something that he's planning to make a habit, right? He's not making a habit out of getting hit a lot. So think about it. Smart fighters, man, they find a way to be effective and efficient without taking punishment. And that's what he is. That's why I tell you, man, a lot of times people only see value in offense. But I see value in a guy that's stopping you from getting your offense off while he can consistently hit you. That's a dog to me. That's a dude that's special, high-level guy. You know what I'm saying? He does it consistently. So I don't think he should go out there trying to prove nothing to anybody. He did that already, right? He did it already. You get me? And you won. You won impressive fight. You showed everybody that you got everything that they said you didn't have. You showed toughness, dog, grit, determination. You took shots. You gave them back, right? You dealt with somebody that is a constant pressure fighter throwing a shit ton of punches, and you got it done still. You know what I mean? Shout out to K-Dot. Yeah, they not like us, my guy. Chavez family said Teofimo is going to win. I ain't mad at you. You got a really good chance, Chavez. 50-50 fights, that's what happened. And I'm calling it 50-50 because on paper, I think it's the fair thing to say. You know what I'm saying? You can't say this is a easy fight, right? At least it ain't supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be. Lastly, man, I seen this weak ass rumor thing going around. The action court is played, but don't want to see him do that ever again. Nah, point proven, right? You know what I'm saying? He said he's a fan. Truth be told, that really all it is, people want to see him get hit, and he ain't going for it. He was absolutely right. I'm telling you, Howard, they just want to see him get hit, bro. Shout out to Chavez. Appreciate you, fam. Look, T.O. is a hell of a fighter. That's why you want to see this fight, man. Put his dukes up, man. See if Freddie Roach and Teal Sr. could put something together. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Wally Moses, Brian Sims over there on the other side. Let's see. Let's see how it go, man. You know? But we're going to keep building. We're going to talk about I wanted to talk briefly about Ortiz too, man. Because the Bash brothers got two live dogs. They fighting two fighters that's going to be underdogs. And think about it, Teofimo is the champion and he the underdog. I know he got to be motivated by that. Nah, Teo versus Tank is the real fight. Nah, I think the real fight is Teo and Shakur. I think if Teo and Tank fight, it'll be a real fight too. But I think Teo and Shakur is about as real as it get. I don't know. We'll see Tank up at 140. But I seen some people pushing this rumor shit around. This should get a lot of engagement online. People fall for anything. But, you know, they saying it's some rumor that, you know, the winner of Shakur and Teo gets Tank. I hate when they make this shit seem like it's some type of prize, like you got to eliminate one guy to get to the next guy. I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think Tank and Teo gonna ever fight. I don't think we're gonna see Tank at 140 unless he changes his mind. But the last time he spoke about it, he said he wasn't doing it. So I don't see it changing. I don't see what the reason would change between, well, I don't know. Maybe because of the Jake Paul fight, you never know what opportunity you take. So it's a possibility, but I think it's slim. I don't think you see the winner of this fight Tank. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about that. Him into his back foot and countering. He says performance generally average when it comes to exerting pressure and initiating his offense. Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz had him whiffing a lot. Jermaine Ortiz really made him miss a lot. My bad. All I know is I got Diamonds knocking Ammo clean out. Yeah, Ammo got a tough fight on his hands, bro. Bluntly, a lot of super fans want a pie from their favorite fighters. I ain't talking no fruit-based pie. Yeah, screw I put on them performance. You know it, A1. Bro, not even staying at 140. Yeah, Till got a surprise record. Till gonna be asked, do I still got it for real? On February 1st, I'm telling you. I want to hear him saying, I beat him 11 rounds to 2. Pissed off, sick. Do I still got it, child? I'm telling you, I want to see that type of shit. I like to see that. Like to see it, dog. Like to see it. And as far as what dude was saying in that clip, what he said, Teo will probably be more willing to fight. My bad, y'all. Shout out to Chavez, man, for subbing to the channel. Anybody new in the building, sub to the channel. I hear that corner conversation round 5 9. The frustration finna be real. Time entertainment. Yeah, I will hope to see him. I want to see him causing fits in the corner, bro. I do. I would like to see him causing fits in the corner. You know what I mean? He's known to do that. Something I wanted to play. Oh, yeah, Amir Khan. Damn, Amir Khan is picking his boy Teo to win. That's what I forgot to play that. Amir Khan is picking Teo. He said he got Teo. Hold on, let me find it. Teo do friend picks. He did work. He did work with Teo. I got the video on my phone somewhere. He was helping Teo on the pads. But who cares about his pick? I just like for people to pick on the other side, make it more interesting. ETB was good, bro.
What's good with you, Jeff?
Man, always chilling, man. Just another day.
Yeah, man. Been listening to the cook, man. I think a lot of people pick these fights off of hype, off of who they think you are, off of just, not liking better, I don't see how people, like, just from a boxing standpoint and what we've seen from both of these fighters, I don't see how people are saying the things that they saying, like, oh, Teo gonna do this and Teo gonna do this and Shakur, the only way he can win. Like, I don't see that, man. Like, Teo's a good fighter, but man, we didn't, like, I don't know why we overlooking, like, we haven't seen Teo struggle time and time again with fighters that can box. You know what I mean? And the thing is, another thing is Teo get hit a lot. Teo face is always lumped up, eyes swole up, and this is from opposition that's not on the level of a Shakur Stevenson.
Right.
Like, to me, this is a horrible matchup for Teo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a good matchup for Teo. A lot of people saying, oh man, Teo gonna even what Keyshawn said, like, Teo gonna impose his will. He's gonna try to, but Teo don't really. Teo's not a pressure fighter. Like, when have we seen Teo really be that pressure fighter that's just gonna put that pressure on you and press you out? He don't fight like that. Right. So, and then when he does fight like that, he's not successful at doing it because he was trying to do it to Jermaine Ortiz because he got frustrated. That's not his game. He'll try to do it if he gets frustrated, and then he just don't have no other answer, but we see it look sloppy because that's not him. Teo is a counterpuncher that fights off the back foot, right? That wants to wait for you to make a mistake and then he gonna style on you. That's where he fights his best at. So, like, all that, oh man, Shakur better be careful and all of that, man, to me, honestly, I think the hardest fighters for Shakur, it ain't no Teo, it's not a Gervonta Tank Davis, because Tank, he don't throw a lot of punches, and you give somebody like Shakur a lot of time to think and process shit, he's gonna pick you apart. The hardest fighter to me is a Zepeda that's gonna throw a million punches and keep coming and put that pressure, right? Or a fighter like Abdullah Mason. I think Abdullah Mason's a hard fight. Also, much harder to me. People gonna think I'm crazy. I think Abdullah Mason, just because of the style, not saying that he's a better fighter than these fighters, but I think it's a harder fight than a Tank, than a Tio, because Abdullah Mason is the type of fighter also, right? And I don't got Abdullah Mason beating Shakur, but I'm saying that's a difficult fight because like he can do what Zepeda can do, but he's a much better boxer in, you know what I'm saying? Like he's much more athletic and all of that. Like he's gonna apply that pressure. He gonna put his punches together in combinations and throw a whole bunch of and make you, you know, and he's not gonna give you time to process. He fighting. So those type of opponents to me are opponents that can cause Shakur difficulty. Not these other fighters that we seeing that's gonna go in there and do this and that and Tio, man, like they like, oh man, Tio got the power, he explosive. When? Like the last time we seen an explosive knockout from Tio was when he caught Richard Comey throwing at the same time, he's hooking at the same time he was hooking.
Yeah.
Like people, that's what I'm saying. A lot of this shit to me be smoke and mirrors, and people don't even be talking about shit that they actually witnessing. You're talking about some shit from 2019. Like you know, so man, a lot of this shit, like I said, I'm just being honest. If this, like, yeah, it could be like you said earlier. Listen, right? You said competitive and close is two different things. If this is a close fight to where I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, shit, yeah, Shakur, I had Shakur winning by like 1 or 2 points. Or like, man, I like, man, it could have went either way. Then I'm gonna come on here and say Shakur winning what I thought he was. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still a hell of a fighter, but he ain't who I thought he was.
I gotta put
because the fight,
Cambosis, bro. He let Cambosis. That mean Court in a sneaky way. That puts some pressure on Court because you know how people think. They're like, man, he let Cambosis beat him. You gotta cook him. So
if he's the fighter,
really, like put a stamp on it. Whatever he do, you gotta stamp his win.
Yeah, if he the fighter that I think he is. You know what I'm saying? Even though, although he moving up, but man, they not that like Tio, not that much bigger than Shakur. I think so. Yeah. I've seen both of them. I've seen both of them. Then talked to both of them on many different occasions at fights. And Tio not a big dude either, and at all. And the thing is like, so all of that side shit is out the window. You know what I'm saying? This is just man against man, skills against skills, and like to me, man, I think that if Shakur is who I think he is, I think he gonna dominate this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he should dominate this fight, man. And yeah, and I don't see all of that. Oh well, he got to do all that movement and running. I think that he has to put a complete fight together to make and show people I'm on a whole different level than the Tio. You know, and that's doing some of everything. You fighting in the pocket, you fight mid-range, outside. That's what a complete fighter is. A complete fighter is not somebody that's just going that has to stand there toe-to-toe and bang it out with you, or gotta fight on the outside. Or a complete fighter can do everything. Like the Andre Ward, when he put on them performances against like Chad Dawson and shit like that. You know, me and you could talk about shit like that. A lot of these dudes they don't know boxing. They don't watch. They don't know nothing about the boxing history or nothing. You know. Nope. Yeah, I just see, man, him putting on a complete masterclass. But the thing is you do have questions like, okay, what happens if his hands get hurt? That's always, you know, hey. But you know that's I think to me that's the only question. Like, okay, I still got him pulling out a victory, even if his hands get hurt. But how healthy is it? You know what I'm saying?
He did it like I was, you know, my guy was in the camp for the Zepeda fight, and he was letting me know like a couple times in the camp he had tweaked his hands. That's why I was playing that clip earlier. I don't know if you had caught it. He was talking about how he was saying how he hurt his hands, he was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he still be able to work through it. So like I heard he did it. He tweaked his hand a couple times in this beta camp, and both times my guy told me like he noticed it didn't stop nothing, but he just like made an adjustment to try to avoid doing that same shit again. So he seen both times he kind of hurt his hand, he'd do something different, try to avoid it. But he said each time he was able to push and work through it. So he said he noticed that. He told me right from the rip, he was like, yo, his hands ain't gonna be the problem. Because he seen it, like even him hurting it and grimacing, he like, yo, dude, just push right through this shit. Just work right through it. And you know what I mean? You seen him stop a Padley with hurt hands, and you seen him beat up on Zepeda. A lot of people thought his hands was messed up after that, but I think he just got hand issues. That's just what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's part of his career. You know what I mean? That's something he got managed. And I like his attitude towards it. It's like, bro, I just got to deal with this shit. Like, hey, I got to fight through it. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. Manage your hands. I heard he got some. I think it's what kind of gloves? My God said winning gloves, some type of gloves.
Winning or Grant's. Grant's got a lot of padding in them joints too.
He needs stuff like that. And again, Floyd was making sure his hands was wrapped a certain way late in his career. He said that was helping a bit manage his hand issues. So maybe he need to think about that too.
Yeah. And another thing, like a fighter like Edwin De Los Santos, when Shakur fought Edwin, to me, Edwin is a way more dangerous fighter than the T.O. Yeah, T.O. is more athletic, and he got more, you know what I'm saying? He got probably more tools in the bag. Yeah. You know, but I mean, shit, Edwin's a dangerous fighter.
Yeah, dangerous and unpredictable a little bit too. You see
him. Shakur was fucked up, like real bad. You know what I'm saying? He was at his worst when he fought, as far as his injuries, when he fought Edwin De Los Santos, and he still was able to, you know, beat him.
That's why I'm like, 100%. He should be just fine. You was sick, injured, all types of shit. Right? Everything was wrong. So you got through that 100%. You got to cook this dude and show the separation. That separation that you always speak of, just show it. You know what I mean? I know it's there. You know what I mean? I just feel like he fights a lot smarter. Teal do a lot of that bluffing and shit because it's less substance behind what it is that he actually doing. And people watch shit with their eyes, obviously, right? So if you doing a bunch of little shit, you could get a couple people. Oh, you see that? Yo, he just punched his sneaker. Man, I don't give a damn.
I don't think he gonna do none of that shit with Shakur.
Not impressed.
I don't think he gonna do none of that shit with Shakur though.
Me neither. If he do,
I don't think he ain't doing none of that shit.
I'd be surprised. He tried.
What's gonna happen? Watch what I say. Once you get to like the 9th round, you gonna hear his daddy in the corner. Hey, bro, man, this corner. They gonna flip out. They gonna start spazzing out in the corner because he gonna be getting styled on, man.
Right.
He gonna be looking crazy in the face. He gonna be looking crazy in the face and shit. Watch. And I was hearing, I don't know if it was you or somebody else that said that, you know, they finally gonna have to give Shakur his flowers after this. They're not gonna get, he ain't gonna get no credit, bro. It's gonna be, once he whooped T.O., it's gonna be more excuses than it was before he whooped T.O. I'm telling you, watch. It's gonna be T.O. wasn't the same. He caught T.O. on the long layoff. T.O. mentally wasn't there because this and that was happening.
He was about to move up. He probably grew out of weight class.
He grew out of weight division. Shakur wasn't engaging enough. It's gonna be a lot of different excuses. It's gonna be a lot of different excuses. If he was hit by such and such, imagine if Shakur got hit like that by Tank, and you know you're gonna hear that shit too. It's gonna be all of that. Oh, if Tank or such and such hit him like that, he going to sleep. And it's not like when a fighter get hated on as much as a fighter like Shakur, Terence Crawford, they hating on boots like that now. It don't matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what they do. They not gonna get credit until they out the game. You know what I'm saying? Until they out the game and the new generation come in, then they start talking about. People don't realize, man, they hated on Roy Jones worse than all of these cats. Roy Jones used to get hated on bad back in the day by the Harold Lindermans and all the what's the dude, them HBO cats. Go back and watch some of the commentary. They used to hate on Roy Jones constantly, bad. So, but now people don't realize that because now they talk about him in a different light. Look how bad they hated Andre Ward.
Right.
All the great fighters get hated on. Floyd, we already know Floyd. All the great fighters, they don't get, they just do until way after. So he ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? He not gonna, he thinks that, okay, if he fight a Tio, then he gonna finally get the credit. The people that's hate, he ain't gonna get no credit from them.
Right.
That's what they there for, to hate.
When I started hearing them start calling them a cherry pick and all that weird shit, I was like, yeah, y'all building y'all excuse here right now.
Oh yeah, he was joking.
Not Gary Antoine Russell, because that man been having a fight scheduled for the longest. Yeah, I'm so tired.
Yeah, and they said he was ducking.
That's just a savior. Like that's just the answer to beating him, man. That look, it's a good fight, but dang, chill. Let him get through the guy that he getting through, bro.
Right, and they said he was ducking cats at 135.
We ain't seen him lose already, and Puello ain't do nothing that's super ordinary. He but box. He just was smart, and when you got a game plan and you execute it. That's what you get. You get those kind of results. Because I definitely didn't have Puello beating him. I thought he was gonna get that dude.
Oh, when, yeah, man. And I was at that fight. I was at that fight ringside, man. And the thing is like, and so I watched the ringside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back and watched it, and you know, Gary, one of my favorite fighters. Like I rock with Gary, so I'm biased. I'm gonna keep it real with any when it comes to any fighter when we talking about breaking down, right? But I wanted Gary to win because I rock with Gary. Mm-hmm. And when I went back and watched that fight, I was like, yeah, I think Pollo might have beat him. Like they was talking about, Gary was trying to act like he got robbed, but nah, he ain't get robbed.
Right.
Pollo was putting them hands on him, but man, Pollo was catching him with them counters, man. Yeah. And Pollo can fight. To me, he one of the dark horses that I thought Pollo beat Subriel Matiz to keep it a buck with you. I thought he won that fight. Man.
I thought he had got him.
Yeah, I thought he won that fight, man. Pollo can fight his ass off, man. That dude's the problem.
Prepare, he gonna lose this coming up. This weekend, I believe.
It's a dog, man. See,
a little bit.
I was looking at Dog Smith. It's crazy because I was studying some of his shit today. I was watching him, and the only thing to me is like, man, you can't really he ain't fought nobody, so it's hard to gauge him catch like that because it's like you seeing him and you see the skills that he got, but then it's like, okay, you don't really got nothing to compare. Yeah, right. You don't got nothing to compare to. You know what I'm saying? Because them dudes that he was fighting, they lower level, low tier cats. You know what I'm saying? So it was really nothing for me to compare to. But he looked good though. He got pretty good hand speed. You know what I'm saying? He explosive. He got a good pop. You know, he could move pretty well.
Says your audio tripping a little bit.
Who, mine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Can you hear me now?
I'm still doing it. It just sounds like you got some static or something. Mm-hmm.
We good now?
Nah, you sound better now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Nah, what I was saying is I was studying old boy Dog Smith, and like he could move good. You know what I'm saying? He got good hand speed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He looked like he got all around. What the one thing that I did see is a hole in is his defense. He do get hit easily. Right. I was watching him fight some UK the last UK cat that he fought that he went the distance with.
Mm-hmm.
He
who you talking about? I know who you talking about too.
Yeah, he the cat that he knocked through the ropes and shit. Yeah, he do get hit easily, and the thing is that my thing is if Subriel Matias catch you with some of that shit like that, and he gonna keep on coming and keep on coming and keep on coming.
Right.
So, from what I've seen, I'm gonna pick Matias, but you never know because hey, you really don't got nothing to really gauge a Dalton Smith on as far as the competition that he's fighting. Can he translate it?
Right. It's kind of, what I feel about this matchup, similar to how I was feeling with Liam Parrow when he fought Matias. Like, can he pull it off? You get me? Because you got the tools. Dalton Smith clearly can box, but is he going to be prepared to deal with Matias the way Liam Parrow was able to box him, turn him, and just not let him get overwhelmed by, the pressure of Matias? Like, he legit had an answer for him. He was physical in spots when he needed to be. I think that's what Dalton Smith got to do. You just can't let that dude have his way, man. Because he going to get hit. He going to allow you to hit him. And it's like he allow you to get comfortable, and then he just try to grind you down. And that's why he's having a quitting, man. He had how many people he made quit? He's beating the hell out of people.
Shit. Corners. But see, the thing is, though, is Dalton Smith the type of fighter that's willing to make it boring? Because that's what Liam Parrow did. Yeah. He was, you know what I'm saying? He used that old Klitschko shit. I'm a wop, and then I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make you reset.
Let the ref separate. Bench watch, repeat. Yeah. This shit easy. Box you and turn you, bro.
Is Dalton Smith that type of fighter that's willing to, you know what I'm saying, to do that?
Is he disciplined enough to understand what the job is at hand, and how can he deal with the experience he got and who he fought? Can he deal with him Matias?
Exactly.
That's the questions. I have questions for him, like I have for Parrow, and can he answer him during the fight? If Liam showing something, can you do it? Because this is Matias with another loss, right after a loss that he had later. So I don't know. He looking more human, should I say, right? When people see you lose.
Yeah, right.
Just hit a little different. So I want to see what his temperament is in the ring too. That shit gonna matter because you gotta have the right attitude to deal with this dude Matias. Because don't come out there looking strong for 3 rounds. Like what was dude's name? What was the dude's name?
Ergashev. The cat Ergashev.
Don't come out there. Don't come out here like that, bro.
Yeah, he came out on Matias' ass too. Next thing you know, you were sitting in the corner like, "Nah, I'm done."
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what just happened?" I was like,
he came out.
No success. The way he got his ass beat and just quit in that corner. I was like,
he came out like a motherfucking greyhound out that gate.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He came out.
He piecing buddy ass up. I'm like, yo, Matias better stop getting hit. And next thing you know, a few rounds later, 6 rounds, we got 6 rounds in, dude sitting in the corner like he had enough. I'm like,
he ain't never been the same since, nigga.
He can't let the fight get away from him because that shit be like, it's quick. It be sudden. It's like you be in there fighting and then he just start to mix it up. He start going top body. He don't really load up. That's why I like Matias. He just gonna hit you wherever he can hit you at, and he gonna grind wherever you down.
Yeah, because he just keep coming like a goddamn zombie and shit. Yeah, he just keep coming. But you know who I had the same questions about that answered the questions that I had, like the same questions that we got for Dalton Smith. That I had the same exact questions about, but he was actually able to answer them questions in a loss though. That Sam Noakes, because when I was trying to study Sam Noakes, I'm like, yeah, he's looking good, but the competition that he's fighting, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? I can't really gauge him. So I don't think he's gonna be able to do that shit to Abdullah Mason. But he was able to do a lot of that shit that I saw in the Abdullah Mason fight. That dude could fight, man. So I when I'm asking myself now, is it one of them same situations?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is because Sam Noakes was able to translate a lot of the shit that I saw him do on tape. You know what I'm saying? Against lower opposition. Can Dalton Smith do that?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. And can he fight his fight without him allowing Matias to be his kind of fight? Because I've seen him on tape and he don't fight the way Matias do. he got to box and be smart. Can you stay disciplined for those 12 rounds too?
Right.
Like, are you motivated to beat this dude? Because he had OSTERINE in the system, bro. Now, he didn't go over the limit, so, which is why it was weird that they even reported it, because all it was going to do was look like a drug cheat. To me, if it wasn't over the limit, then it was pointless to report it, because it's like now we sit here arguing about grams and this stupid shit. But at the same token, how the hell did it get there? So we got to find a way to get on top of that, man. It don't need to be no gray area when it comes to that OSTERINE. It just need to be out of here.
Yeah, if you gonna ban it, ban that shit all the way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, get rid of that shit. We got a problem with Quentin Torres. Hey, yeah, Julio Jones. Quentin Torres. Lopez. No, he got a Spanish name.
You
glad you spent the $62 for the Ortiz fight. I just don't like the fact that it's on pay-per-view, especially because
that's it, pay-per-view?
Yeah, I've been paying.
Oh man, they tripping, bro. They
here calling the fights. That shit get expensive, and then it's like you halfway thought the fight wasn't gonna happen, but then it did. And then they slap it on pay-per-view. Like, nah, this ain't pay-per-view ready, bro. It ain't, bro.
Is it the zone?
That shit supposed to be free. What is it? PPV? Doctor, where that flyer? I gotta find that flyer. Pull the poster up for this shit. I was like, man, nah, pay-per-view, bro.
See, I'm somebody that buy fights. Like, I buy a lot of fights. If like the Shakur Stevenson TO, I'm buying that fight. Like, I didn't bought a lot of fights. But I'm gonna keep it real. If it ain't pay-per-view worthy, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna stream that shit and watch it for free. And that ain't pay-per-view worthy to me.
Right. Man.
They can't put everything on pay-per-view. Like, god dang.
Right, yeah, man, and for me, like, as you know, as opinionated as I am having a channel, I try to make sure I'm always supporting boxing, especially calling the fights, because I've seen people call fights where they clearly you minutes behind, you another round. I'm never doing that to the people that's listening to me. I can't do that. I just it won't sit well with me. I can't be behind or where the actual fight is because I decided not to pay for it. Like, to each his own, not to get expensive, but I'm not doing that to the people that listen to me and be, what round you on? I remember I'm calling a fight one day, bro, and the dude kept telling me I'm behind or I'm off. Whole time it was him, man. That shit had me so mad, but I had to like keep my composure. He kept typing like, you do this, do that, and then he's like, oh, that's me. I'm tripping. I'm like, bro, what? You had me looking at this TV. I'm like, bro, I'm looking, because it's times where you'll go to the event. If you ain't go right when it started, you'll be a little bit behind naturally, like maybe 2-3 minutes behind where it's supposed to be. You'll have to fast forward up. I had that happen, but man, that shit had me mad as hell. And I listen to people call fights like that, and it's just you be behind. I'm watching it in real time. I can't even listen to you call it because I'm at a different point. I'm 2-3 minutes ahead of you, and you. That
shit remind me.
In the third, going on the fourth. And
shit. That shit be remind me of my pops, because I got this pro stream service, right? But it's like, it's real, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is 4K HD, like, you know what I'm saying? I got all the channels, I got everything, but my pops, he still got regular cable and shit. So he'll call me when the game be on and shit. I'll be chopping it up with him. He'd be like, man, you see what just happened? And I'll be like, man, hell no. And he get the shit. He get the shit I'll be about like 2 plays behind him. I like, man, I gotta go. You ruining the game for me. I ain't seen that shit yet.
I'm telling you, that shit got me pissed off. I'm like, man, but yeah, they gotta do better, man, with all the pay-per-views. Like, I have no problem paying for it, but it was just controversy around this fight. It was thoughts that it was gonna get canceled. Then it wasn't canceled. Then it's like, oh yeah, pay-per-view. It's like, all right, man, all right, bro. Like, what y'all doing, man? Boxing getting expensive. Shit crazy.
Yeah. Boxing hella expensive. Man, I spent so much money on pay-per-views last year. I was like, God dang.
I swear it's a whole bill in and of itself. And then it's like, you boxing content. You just like, man, you out here trying to go to fights. Like, I'm seriously considering going to the fight because it's in New York. That shit is
yeah.
It's just it almost makes sense for me to go. I'm saying it almost makes sense
for sure.
Like it's right there. Like and to see this shit, he make history, man.
Shit, if I was out there, I'd sure go to pull up to the fight. If I was closer, that shit across. Yeah, that shit across the whole across the U.S. for me. But if I was close, I'd definitely pull up.
I'm over here in Jersey, the city, New York.
Yeah, you right there.
Neighbors.
Yeah, you right there. You a step away.
Yeah, so it's like, man, we happen to go. Like going to the Prudential is just too easy to go when he fight there. Why the hell I'm not gonna go? And it's right there. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Tickets don't be overly expensive, but this time. They done up the ante and this shit.
How much? What them tickets looking like on the floor?
My girl was looking up tickets.
They expensive. What the flow seats looking like?
$600 for the ticket and 5,000 something
for the floor.
2,000 for the floor. Okay, yeah, because I ain't one of them. I don't have to be on the floor, but I'm telling y'all. I'm not a nosebleed dude. I will stay the fuck. I'm telling you,
bro. I can't do it. Just
I wear glasses, bro. You think I'm out to play?
I'm not.
I can't see, bro. I got an extra pair of eyes to help me, and now you telling me it's a chance I can't really see because I'm too far back? Hell no.
I can't do that shit, bro. Yeah, I tell people that shit all the time. You probably done heard me say that shit on my live. Like, if I can't be close to where I can see the fight,
right?
Clearly, I want to watch the shit at home because I'm not one of I'm a real boxing head, so I'm not one of them like some people. And you know what I'm saying, that's them. I don't have no problem with it. Some people just like to say that they was in the building.
Yeah,
I be locked in on the fight. You know how you go to fights and niggas got a beer in their hand, walking around trying to talk to everybody.
Ask you, but you already telling me. You one of them people you gotta watch the whole card.
Yeah, I gotta watch the whole card.
Watch the whole card,
I'm there early. Hey, my lady be tired as hell because I'm there early. You know, some of them joints be starting hell, especially in Vegas. Them joints be starting at 3:00. I don't get there that early, but I'll pull up at 4:30.
Watching Shakur for the first time live, right? I think it got to maybe the 10th round. 10th round. It was the Casey fight, I believe. I get a text. My cousin yo, you really trying to watch the whole fight? Yo, I can't tell you the frustration that took reading that fucking text. I'm like, this dude, he know me. You know this, my guy. You really telling me you think I'm about to walk out on him? Man, he beating his boy ass. I'm not going nowhere. I'm about to see this shit. You lucky if I don't sit here and watch the interview after it's over, bro. Fucking with me.
Yeah.
I'm one of them, bro. I'll be a little bit, but I need to see the fights, bro. I'm not one of them. I don't feel like socializing is more important than me watching I need to see the fights, bro. That be my happy place. I'll be at peace when I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm right there sitting down yeah, because niggas be trying to walk around with their drinks and socialize, and while the fight be going in the middle of the fight. Nah, don't try to talk to me. I'm sitting right here. I'm watching fights.
We'll catch in between the ring walks and shit like that where you get those minutes.
Yeah.
But don't try to have me standing somewhere talking with a nasty, expensive beer when I could be watching somebody get their ass.
Right.
I need to see
I ain't pay all this money to talk to you.
Yeah. And you know what I like watching the whole card because you really it give you a different look on boxing, bro. You get to see levels if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You ever notice how the people that start the card all be the lower tier people, right? And as you gradually moving up, you getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
co-main that main event, and I've seen Keyshawn fight a couple times live too.
You know who I saw?
You really can see levels between fighters from this guy to that guy to the next fight all the way up to the main event. That shit is dope, man. I'm telling you.
You know who I got to see back in the day before anybody knew who he was? He was a nobody. Bivol. Yeah. I saw Bivol live. Yeah, I was right there ringside. Saw Bivol, and didn't nobody know who he was. I didn't even know who he was, and it was crazy because because like I think that same day, after he fought, you know what I'm saying, he got a knockout. I forgot this was like in the beginning of his career, and he ate in the buffet and was sitting right next to me, and I was like, oh, that's that cat that was that we just seen fight earlier. Yeah, it was him and his whole team. Yeah, and but I seen like back then. I'm like, man, this dude nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this cat nice. Who is this? Yeah, Bivol.
Right.
Now look at him.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And his ass still around at the top too.
Yeah, so watching watching them early fights, being there, you get to see a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, before they even got a name.
Yeah, that's why I love that shit. I love watching somebody's come up as opposed to catching on late. I hate catching on late, bro. I hate it.
Right.
I hate it. Somebody that I wish I caught on to him. I caught on to him at the right time because my cousin made me aware of him. Andre Ward, bro. Like before the Super 6 started, he kept talking.
See,
about
I knew
before that.
I watched Andre Ward.
I got to see him go to that Super 6. I was like, yeah, this is clearly.
See, I was big on Andre Ward in the Olympics because remember back then the Olympics boxing was the Olympic boxing was big back then, so they would show it. You know, you ain't have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to see boxing in the Olympics back then. You know, and so I was big on Andre Ward. I got to see a lot of Andre Ward, and when he won the Olympic gold medal in 2004, him and Darrell. And you know that was big, so I was big on it. So when he came to the pros, like I was already, you know what I'm saying, like really a big Andre Ward fan.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I caught on to him right before, because that was one of the most significant points of his career. Then you from there you start to go back and you watch some of the earlier fights, the ones where
that Super 6.
And both fought the Darnell Boone guy, and both guys, he knocked both of them down. He knocked both of them down. Andre Ward first got knocked down.
Yeah.
That dude, man, career, man. Dude was damn near
a hell of a career. And that's another thing, how some of these cats.
Rapping. Yeah.
And Andre Ward is a perfect example of how I be listening to some of these dudes talk, and I was saying, like, this is probably like a couple, when was it? Like, probably like a month ago on X, right? It was a bunch of cats on the post talking about how Andre Ward ain't never fought nobody. And I'm like, what the like these dudes would say anything.
And you know what? It's what you was already saying when you was just talking about it, bro. Like saying a lot of these dudes ain't been watching. You were asking one question with me and you talking about, have you seen the Super 6? One question. They gonna say no. Anybody talking like that, I know for sure you didn't see the Super 6 tournament. I don't want to hear shit. I know you didn't see it.
Crazy. Shit crazy.
You didn't watch that tournament.
How you gonna fix your mouth and say that man ain't never fought nobody?
You know what I'm saying? He beat quality dudes, one after the next.
And those was the top guys, like they was top tier A-level fighters back then.
All the best guys in the division where you not picking. Like that's the closest thing to the amateur setup. Where you can't pick. It's a tournament, you just gotta fight whoever wins. And you ain't picking who you fighting. I love that. They need to bring
I bet you a lot of these top fighters wouldn't get in those Super 6 now. They tried to bring it back. They tried to do it a couple times. Like, remember, they talked about doing it a couple times, but these fighters ain't doing no shit like that.
What would it take, though, bro? I just want to know, like, what would it take for that shit to happen?
It ain't like we talking about the top guys. Mm-hmm. It won't happen because you're gonna have, okay, say like if it's like a Super 6 with like it'll be some of them that's willing to do it, and then the other ones they gonna ask for so much money they already knowing they pricing themselves out.
Like, could you imagine a Super 6 at 140 and 54, bro?
Man, that shit would be stupid.
The weight 140 turning out with like new players, and I don't even. It's crazy. I think in a couple of years, 140 already one of a deep division. I think in a couple of years, man, it might be standing out even more because some of them 35 pounders and one of them up on the screen. I question how long Abdullah Mason gonna be at 35. And I remember Cuzzo, Ashley's Corner, she pointed this out a while ago. She was like, every time he step on the scale, he be negative. Like he got to strip down.
He do. You know what? I ain't even think about that. You right about
Another
that
thing
shit.
that Sam Noakes fight showed me, man, like that they moved him much differently than the Shakur or Keyshawn. That was Olympians, and all due respect to him, they're grooming him the right way though. That showed me why they was bringing up 126 pounders and having them fighting them smaller guys. And that's no slight or shade, none of that. But you gotta grow, and I think that's gonna be part of his story. You know, they was bringing, getting them used to them guys because you call it Sam Noakes. That I believe is truly game, but
it's his defense. It's his offense
than it needed to be, and I know you better.
His offense. I think his offense. He got an A-level offense for sure. He needs to get better defensively. He needs to get better defensively. In his IQ, he still got that young mentality.
Saying the same shit I've been saying, bro. I call it that young boy energy.
He got that young energy.
He just want to beat your ass. Like he want to get in here and fight you.
But he gonna learn that you can't do that to everybody. Yeah, he gonna learn that you can't do that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think that last fight taught him a lot. I think putting him in the ring with somebody that was like tough and rugged like Sam Noakes, that had that same energy that he got. Because Sam Noakes had that same energy he got. You know what I'm saying?
He was with it. Had no
he was with that
Every
shit.
shot he got hit with, he kept coming. And he buckled
So I think
Abdullah once or twice in that fight.
I think now it lets them know what to work on. You know what I'm saying? That you can't fight everybody the same way. But like I said earlier, a complete fighter like Shakur Stevenson is, he don't have to fight you. You don't fight everybody the same way, and he understands that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't. Yeah.
Remember he was giving him the game in the locker room?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Bro, basically,
he was. Yeah.
Slow down, bro. Slow down.
Yeah.
And I don't even think his defense is bad. I think it's the way his mentality is. The way
His mentality, yeah.
He wants to get in the mix. Even if he got to fight your fight, he willing to do it. I'm young. I'm hungry. I could do it. I could fight your fight and still beat you. He could have did what he do, and I think he could have got a knockout doing it a different way, bro. Being more surgical rather than just being physical where you didn't need to be because you had to understand who you was in there with. Sam Noakes, arguably, I don't know for sure what everybody's numbers is, but he arguably one of the strongest 35 pounders. Physically, like I look at like the shit, how fast he run the miles and squats and lifting. I'm like, damn, this dude's strong. He a little tank, yo. That dude's strong as hell.
I think that Sam Noakes give a lot of cats in that division problems. I think he'll beat the dog shit out of Abdullah Mason. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Abdullah Mason I think he'll beat the Abdullah Mason ass. I love to see that fight. Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes can fight.
You said Abdullah and Sam Noakes?
No. My bad. Floyd Schofield. I think he beats the shit out of Floyd Schofield. Nah. I'm tripping, dog. I don't know. I'm tripping.
I was like, I know, bro.
Nigga getting old. Yeah. No. I think he beat the shit out of Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield always running his mouth all the time. Nah, bro. I think Noakes beats Floyd Schofield.
Butcher was good. Yeah, I don't think he got the creativity or the bag that Mason got. And I'm gonna pull up a clip from him in a second too. That's why I got this up on the screen.
Mason a dog. They don't want to fight Abdullah Mason. They just be talking. Mason to beat the shit out of Floyd Schofield. Mason to beat the shit out of Floyd Schofield, man. In the way Oscar be moving Floyd Schofield. Mm-hmm. They know he ain't really like that. They know that, man.
Yeah, man.
You can't fool me.
Telling them not to think about some of it. One little element that people they talk about it, but they don't really factor it in. We see all this shit that led up to them not making it to the ring with Shakur, right? But it's a certain little piece of advice that was given long before a lot of that shit, the smear campaign, as I like to call it, started. And remember, that was Oscar De La Hoya telling them what? Not to take the fight because without taking a loss because you inexperienced. something to that effect. So it's like, never mind. All that other shit was the show. But that really was a turning point for me, a tipping point. That piece of advice. Now think about from the minute they posted that, and I was scratching my head like, this is not a flex. Why are y'all posting this? Keep it to yourself. He telling you not to take a fight, and then you end up not making it to the fight. Asshole. I was like, yo, y'all never really wanted it. Y'all the minute he told y'all that, I felt like in y'all mind, y'all wasn't making it to that fight. And I heard
they never. The thing is they never wanted to fight. They was just talking a bunch of shit online, and then and then when Shakur called, and then when Shakur called his bluff, right, and like really because they didn't really think that Shakur they was gonna really get to Shakur to go that far. They just trying to get off what they can get off on social media and make it look like how they want it to look. Then when he pressed them, and then when he pressed them and put their back up against the wall, it's kind of like, damn, now I done really messed up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I gotta take the we gotta find out.
It'll get him by right now, but he gotta tighten up on that. But yeah, man, they milked it, yo. They didn't want that fight, and I think
then they got out of it. They're like, nah, we got to get out of this fight.
Yeah, his dad knew what it was. He seen his sparring, and then we seen his sparring with Mason and him. Mason was dropping him and shit. He talking about you just had to tell kid to work on defense, don't hit him because he hit too hard. That's not what that is. I really think, I swear, I like Sid Austin because I believe he I feel like he innocent at this point, right? Like,
he ain't innocent, dog.
But I swear,
he grown, man. That's a grown man. He at this point, he ain't innocent.
He need a different mouthpiece. Only reason I say that because think about it. Like, look how he act, right? He act like somebody that's not let off, like allowed to be an adult, right? Like this man got a whole.
Nah, he not.
You get me? You see interviews. They ask him a question, he'll start talking, and then you'll finish answering the fucking question.
He ain't even allowed to do He ain't even allowed to do interviews without his pops right there. I ain't never seen him do an interview. I ain't never seen him do an interview without his pops right there hovering over him.
I'm telling you.
I ain't never seen one interview.
It's like he be making sure he don't say the wrong shit. I swear I be getting that. Like he be looking at him a certain way, like, bro, you better not. That shit just
he didn't corrected him too. Like sometimes Floyd, I have noticed a couple times Floyd would try to be like keep it real, and then his daddy would come like no, and then say some total opposite shit, and then he'd be like, well, Dad, I was just saying like, I think that he's a good fighter, like, but he like no,
right,
that shit crazy, man.
Right, man. I like him, but the reason why I'm giving him somewhat of a pass because think about how we'd be if we got brought up and brought in the game by our dad, and they don't let you flex your wings, so to speak. He punched people in the face for a living, bro. He got a kid. He knocking like you know what I'm saying, clapping cheeks. Now like you gotta let him. They're talking about you not letting him have a cell phone. Like he blocked me on social media. His dad. And he made sure I felt like it was his Twitter got me blocked on everything. And you would have thought I said something crazy to him. One thing about me that I separate myself from everybody else on the internet, when I engage with people, it's always genuine until you take it left. If you ever see me going off, somebody tried me thinking this shit was sweet. I went up there using your son platform to put bullshit. I'm like, you out here accusing this man of steroids. And you know he ain't using those steroids. Next thing you know, I'm blocked. I ain't say nothing crazy. F you. I wasn't talking crazy. I'm like, nah, from here on out, I don't like his dad. I don't like him. I talked to him way before he was popular. I reached out to him. I told him.
Is that a goddamn weirdo?
He was like, I'm going to send you some videos. And I remember that. And I reached out and he was like, you got to hit my dad. And I was like, you went from telling me that I asked him, he like, I'm gonna send you videos so you can do, it went from that to hit my dad up, and I was like, nah, I ain't doing that.
His dad a weirdo, man. But what's gonna happen is, I'm telling people what's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but eventually his son gonna get sick of that shit, man. He probably gonna put hands on his daddy. He gonna snap. And it's gonna get real. And when he do snap, it's gonna be real ugly. That shit gonna get real ugly when he do snap.
Right. Edward James, yeah, he can't beat Abdullah Mason, bro. He don't have the tools, and he overly aggressive. That's not gonna work. It's gonna be like two trains on the same track, and Abdullah got more polish to his game. Long ass sparring. You see,
I'm gonna just say this.
Do it like the shit that Abdullah do with like second nature. Kid Austin got to try a bit harder, I think. Now, don't get me wrong, he's very athletic though, but it's not the same, man. I feel like that shit is more hyper. He hyper in energy.
I take
Abdullah is more substance. I don't care about all, and I can't wait to somebody take advantage. Damn, I ain't hating on Kid Austin, but I want to see somebody take advantage of the fact that he always punches damn waist. You catch that?
You know what?
He like
yeah,
his on his waist
yeah. He always do that shit. But you know, like I study these fighters like you do, Justin. I take shit for what I really see in the ring. Like, okay, yeah, he to me, right? He called Tevin. I've seen it happen a lot of times. He called Tevin, you know, cold. Tevin wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? He came out aggressive and Tevin wasn't ready for that because he was cold. He was still, you know what I'm saying? He just wasn't prepared. He called Tevin, right? But what have we seen in the full body of work of Abdullah Mason? I've seen this kid struggle with several opponents that wasn't nowhere near on the level of an Abdullah Mason and all these other top tier cats that he's calling out. Like, I didn't see him. People will see a quick first round knockout and then forget everything else that they saw before that.
That shit is annoying, and I get it to a degree, bro, because sometimes as people, we be prisoners of that moment. We'll be like, but you see how you was able to explain what happened. You're not taking credit from what he did to Tevin Farmer, but you identifying how they got to that point. Yo, he called him cold, came out wild, this shit worked. Called Tevin, he an older guy that does what? Start slow. It was like the low key for Abdullah Mason. He called him cold. If Tevin would have got a chance to like get himself into the fight, I think we having a much different conversation. You would have got to scrap, but he just got caught too early before he could even get warned. And Kid did what he's supposed to do. Credit to him.
You know who I want to see? Since, you know, they talk a lot. Why they don't want to fight? I want to see them fight as Zepeda.
Somebody else was saying that.
Go ahead and fight as Zepeda or somebody like that.
I think he was.
They're not going to do
his dad. I think he was trying to downplay him.
Yeah, exactly. They're not.
Mouth. I think he was trying to downplay Zepeda. Trying to downplay it. Yeah, I would love to see him fight a guy that throw all them damn punches. If he could stop him and he beat him up and stop him, that'd be impressive, bro.
Yeah, that's impressive. Then you like, okay, yeah. Then you like, yeah.
If Shakur would have fought him, I just think he would have ended up like outclassing the hell out of him, man. He would just been like one of those boxing lesson situations where it's like, see, told y'all he wasn't.
They not even in the same conversation. Another thing I'm gonna say about that quick knockout, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen shit like that happen through the history of boxing, where I'm not saying that, like, to me, I think Tevin Farmer's a better fighter than him. That's just my opinion, right? But we've seen that shit happen before in the history of boxing. Look at Lennox Lewis and somebody like a Rockman. And when Lennox Lewis go out there and you know what I'm saying, get knocked out cold early, you know what I'm saying, but he come back and beat the dog shit out of him. It ain't even close. Or somebody like Michael Grant that get a lucky knockout, right? And then come back and get the shit beat out of him because things happen like that. Right. But we gotta that's why I look at the overall body of work. You can't fool me with one good moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody can have one good moment. What's your overall body of work looking like? And that's what, with this social media shit, people, like you said, man, people they get fooled by all of the hype and smoke and mirrors, you know. And you know, hey, Floyd, Schofield and them, they talking a whole bunch of shit, but who are y'all fighting? You know what I'm saying? You asking for $20 million to fight Abdullah Mason. Do you really want to fight Abdullah Mason? Do you really want to fight that man? No, you don't.
Hell no, 10 million. Like, bro, so you telling me you want more money to fight? Well, now he got a title, but at the time it would have been a non-title fight, and you talking about $10 million? You're not a champion. You wasn't gonna get that for Shakur. Where in the hell do you deserve 10 million? Like seriously, bro. Like,
he make it, but we got to talk about what he's making. He signed a contract to make what, like 200,000, 250,000 a fight. That's if he got 4 fights a year.
Right. Claymore was good, Brody. This dude, like, and even that, I had called him in a lie before that because when the Shakur fight fell out, he put on Twitter before he blocked me that they were about to be free agents and shit. I specifically remember him tweeting it. They're about to be free agents.
Yeah, he said that shit. I remember he said that.
We signed for X amount of years for X amount of money. And he was like bragging about it. And that shit seemed like a dumbass deal. I was like, this dude's an idiot.
Yeah, it's like $250,000 a fight.
It's like, I don't want to say that ain't no money, but seem like you just need to play the back seat, bro. He need a different mouthpiece. I ain't saying leave your son like you need to be fired because I do believe you guided him and got him to the point. Like I know he always talk about that Ford commercial that none of us never seen, but he do got some Ford commercials. I think he got a couple of them joints. Like he got little shit, put his son in position, and I respect the hell out of that. But you don't need to be the mouthpiece for him because you're a fucking idiot. Everything you got to say is about everybody that's doing their thing. You talk down on them. Abdullah Mason ain't that good. He ain't got no chin. It ain't this. It ain't that. Shakur not that good. I don't watch y'all sit up here and fan out over Shakur. I swear on everything. Y'all didn't catch it, but Kid also was making full-blown posts on Instagram. Not the father, the son, about Shakur Stevenson being his favorite fighter. It was the wildest shit. I was like, damn, bro, won't you want to fight him one day? And then out of nowhere, kind of like turned and he started talking crazy. And I'm like, bro, I've seen you make multiple posts and highlight that this is your favorite fighter in the world in boxing. And then you just kind of turn. I was like, I never.
And then he admitted that Shakur almost made him shit on himself.
Yeah. his pops was talking about that. Like, bro, man. He was getting beat up in another sparring. Like every time you turn around.
I've seen it. I've seen him get beat up in several spars, man. Like I said, man, he's
3-0.
He's a you know what I'm saying? He's a cool young fighter, but to me, he's not that. He's not on the level of an Abdullah Mason or Keyshawn Davis or
beat up in this barn. This was a 3-0 fighter from Ohio. Shout out to Ohio Runs Boxing. I forgot homie name, but dude was 3-0 at the time, dropping him, he playing with him and everything. And I know it's sparring, bro, but your dad bring this on you. This is why these clips started surfacing. Look, yeah. I just want to know where the 5 styles of boxing at when the shit get thick, bro. If I get to talk to his father, the only question I want to know is what the hell is the 5 styles of boxing? Please elaborate. I don't want to hear shit else. I don't got no other questions, sir. What is the 5 styles of boxing? And has your son mastered any of them? Because he getting his ass punched on in his sparring.
His daddy will tell you they did it on purpose.
Playing with him and everything. He playing with him and shit. Man, them Ohio boys could fight. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to y'all, yo. They got a lot of talent out that way.
Ohio got a lot of talent.
Good job. Ohio, like talent. He be knowing the who's. He be knowing all these. He let me know what name this dude. He was 3-0 with a couple knockouts or something. I forget his name though, man.
Yeah, the Midwest cats, man. When it comes the Midwest cats, man, they got a lot of talent in them boxing gyms.
It's crazy. It's like all them sparring clips we were seeing come out. We seen the one with Abdullah. He got dropped in that. It was getting bested in that. We seen this one with 3-0 fighter. He was getting beat up in that one. I'm not knocking this dude, but too much got to go right for him to beat a guy like Shakur. He got to get a knockout. I don't think there's no in between whatsoever. He has to knock him out. He's not disciplined enough, at least from what I've seen in the boxing ring, where I look at that shit and I'm like, yeah, that beats Shakur. No, it don't. Can it make shit interesting early? Yes, because he athletic. And I know something I think about Kid Austin. I think he will fight people. He got this immaturity to him, bro. That's like he remind me, and I mean this in the most respectful way. He make me feel like a kid that don't fully know no better. He got muscles, he's strong, and he'll fight you. But his dad, I think knows better. You know what I'm saying? I think Kid, maybe I'm wrong. I just think him really doing better. He'll do it. Like I swear I do. I think he'll get in there and try it. But I think his dad knows what time it is.
I don't know. I can't really say I think that he will. But I think he be doing a lot of bluffing too, man. Because like, come on, man. They like him and his dad be together. So when he know his dad be having them lie. Come on, man. Like he know a lot of that shit be lies. Like you know, so
with a straight face or with the look on his face.
He's sitting there looking he's sitting there looking, so he know that shit a lie. And so you know he didn't talk to his dad about that shit. Like, Dad, why you say this and why you say that? Or with the whole Shakur Stevenson situation. Come on, bro. Come on. You don't think
he's going that far with that shit? I really can't.
You don't think he like you know his daddy told him to do that shit. So
crazy.
So you know that he don't think he could be Shakur because his daddy don't think he could be Shakur.
Right.
They playing that whole shit out. So he's sitting there with a straight face while his daddy talking about how they didn't planted drugs in his house, how they didn't rub motherfucking oils and all type of shit on them. And, come on, man. Like
Victor content into the equation, bro. He was stopping. He was pulling out all the stops.
So at what point do you talk to your pops? At what point do you be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't, like that was just my dad just talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or what point do you even talk to your dad behind the scenes and say, look, man, you got to stop doing that. Like, you making me look bad. Because I know when I was at 24 years old, I'm not finna let my daddy just sit up there back then and just lie for me and make up all type of shit.
Right.
So it's kind of like he is an adult. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not a underage kid no more. He's a full-blown adult now.
But you know
what I'm saying?
Think about it. You name another parent that was admitting to hypnotizing their son since they was a kid. Like, hey, what the heck? I heard that. I'm like, man, it's just no telling to how he brainwashed this young man. I just think at some point you gotta let his nuts hang, bro. You gotta let him be the man that he is. He's punching people in the face for a living. He got a whole kid, bro. Like,
he go fuck around and punch you in your face too. He punching people and he go fuck around and punch his daddy in his face too.
I'm telling you, dad go
it's going
one time too many.
It's gonna happen. It's going, man. You seen when his dad that the incident on TMZ, right?
Right.
He was scared to death, man. His dad, he was in the crib when that shit was happening, and he was scared.
Right.
He came down and man, he shot back up the other way. Like, let me get the fuck up out of here. My daddy tripping.
That was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna tell Pops to chill like he wildin'?
Yeah, like
he just accepted. I was like, yo, that he seen him do that before. He seen him do that before. That's the crazy part. I was like, man, I don't know, man. I listen. I love boxing. I love supporting these dudes, and I like Kid Austin, the fighter, man. I think he means well, but I think if he at some point he need to be allowed to drive his own car, if that makes sense, right? Like, we don't always need to know what your dad thinks. I don't have a problem with him going interviews and speaking his piece, but allow your son to be somewhat of a separate entity from you. Like, you got to hear. We know that, bro. We real ones respect it because, like, as a father, you're succeeding your son, but you're also, I ain't gonna say you failing him or ruining his career, but you definitely potentially stagnating and getting in the way. You affect the way people look at him. I've heard it on numerous occasions. People say, man, I like Kid, but his dad, man, he make it hard to like him. That's not good for his brand. Like, you use his social media to push propaganda and bullshit. And how
you know what I want to know? You know what I want to know? Why would you let that man sit up on your platform day in and day out and just tell all them goddamn lies and just sit up and let him use your platform to do it? I don't understand that.
Because that dude, respectfully,
that shit's
respectfully,
that shit just weird. Like, man, I don't understand it.
That's why we never clicked. He used to come through here all the time. That dude,
Like that shit is just like, bro, you just gonna let this man tell all, like, just as a man, us as men, like, you just gonna let this man tell all these goddamn lies and not say nothing. And you know he making shit up in line.
For him, he don't care. He just care about the engagement. He like, yo, as long as people listening, he doing it right. But nah, that shit look crazy.
I'm finna say something like, hey, bro, I'm finna say something. At some point, you gotta be like, hey, man, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my platform. We can't push these lies out here. Like, man, you gotta, you know.
Yeah, Ray Ford was saying that's why he don't rock with dude, because you know, he be having guys up on the platform just talking crazy, trying to, you know, having people speaking crazy on his name. And I was like, yeah, man, that's like the second or third person I heard say that.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with none of them, you know, with whoever platform he go on. I don't got no problem with nobody. But it's just like me, I'm just speaking of me, myself, bro. Like I don't give a damn if I am cool with you. I can't just have you coming up on my platform all the time, just telling these blatant ass lies.
Man, hell no, bro. What? I can't
even. And then on top of that,
I never came up here and lied to people, not one day.
Yeah, and then on top of that,
doing that.
At some point, I'm about to be like, okay, you talking about all these fighters, right? But when are you gonna make the steps to actually try it? Because you're saying a lot to fight these dudes. You're saying a lot. We not trying to hear you asking for $10 million when you're making $250,000 a fight.
Right.
Like, you know, but I mean, I guess that's why, you know, they choose to go on them platforms where they can just say anything that they want to, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing to them about it.
Yeah.
I don't even want you on my, I don't care who you is. I don't want you on none of my shit like that.
Not if you
like,
just
come
say
on,
I'm
man.
lying, bro.
Just lying, just telling just outrageous lies.
Yeah, he was wild.
Shit that 5-year-old children wouldn't even make up and say.
Keon's talking about how he beat him up in the amateurs too. My God, just sit with this Keon talking about beating up Schofield in the amateurs.
Let me see that.
I beat him twice. He's ass. I look, listen though. I didn't even look. And the first time I fought him, I didn't even know him. Like, I fight in the tournament. It was just like a regular day. Like, I'm out of there. Next day type shit. Like, years later, he's out there blowing up on the media because his pop going crazy or whatever. But, oh man, Floyd ain't shit. Floyd's ass, bro. All that switch stands. You see his, like, he be getting cut and shit, dropped and all that crazy shit. Like, he barely be winning for real, but it's cool. Fuck it.
There's something about
man, I just
he said, man, he trash for real, man.
I don't think like I've always said this, right? But I've never thought that Floyd Schofield was that good. Like, to me, he not that good.
He's strong, he athletic, and he take chances.
But is he? How is he? Like, how do you feel that he's athletic? Because to me, when you say athletic, does it translate in the ring? Because his athleticism don't really translate in the ring to me. Like, yeah, the brute, like, you could tell he's strong, right? But he more robotic. Like, to me, the nigga robotic. Like, he's not. Like, when you say athletic is a Terrence. Athletic, like when you think of athletic, like a Tio or Terrence or somebody like them guys, you know, Gervonta Davis, them guys, you can say, okay, yeah, they got a lot of athleticism, right? His shit don't translate in the ring to me. Like, yeah, you can see him doing athletic shit on like training, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
polish ETV, that's what's missing, bro. He don't got the polish along with the mental maturity. Like he's like a kid with skills, but he ain't honed his skills yet, right? He can fight a bit. He got talent, but he ain't polished the talent enough yet. Like, it's still raw. It's still rough around the edges. He ain't smoothing out the rough edges. Like, when people make the Shawn Porter comparisons, I hate it because you can't just throw that out there and be done with it. You can't just say that without no context to it. I can see where people are going with that, but Shawn Porter had a lot more polish to his game. Like,
and he had great feet. Shawn Porter had great feet too.
Yes, bro. Yes. And he perfected it. Whereas This guy ain't he at the stages where he's still working out the kinks, and you can see it. So he getting a lot of praise, and maybe he getting wins that's making it look a certain way. Just think about how Keon was just breaking it down. Like this dude, man, I beat him up. I didn't even know who he was for real. Then I just see him online blowing up because of his dad. People know how to market themselves and be a part of that machine, man. And you start, you know what I mean, get your name out there, but you end up not being as good as what people thought you was. The first time I came across Kid Austin, he was going back and forth with Devin Haney. He was saying that he caught Devin Haney with some type of uppercut or something in sparring and hurt him. And it was the dude trying to put up $1 million for them to spar or fight or something like that. And I remember it. And it was going back and forth about that, about beating up Devin Haney in sparring.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think Devin would put hands and feet all over him.
Yeah, too polished. Devin too disciplined. He'll make him. He'll frustrate him. He'll box it.
He'll make him look. Man, come on, man. I don't know. I just, you know, I just want to see him really fight somebody because I don't believe he like that, you know, and then prove me wrong. You know, if I'm wrong, I'll be glad I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Fight I always point to, that shit was telling.
The who?
Telling. The Rene Garon, the one that where he.
Oh yeah. But I seen him. But even before that, right? I didn't think he was like that because when he was still like in that real raw prospect area, like I seen him fights before that struggle with cats. That I'm like, man, I thought he was like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this kid ain't really like that because, you know, you hear him talk and going on these shows and shit. So then you start tuning in like, oh, he must be really like that. Then when I start seeing him and I'm like, nah, he ain't. Like, why is he struggling with these low tier cats?
Right.
You know, these C minus level fighters and shit, you struggling. You ain't like that. Yeah. Them same type of cats that Abdullah Mason and fighters like that, they blowing through him.
Yeah, I think he'd beat the hell out of Rene Garon. Like, I think he'd beat his ass.
Man, come on.
Getting dropped and shit by him. And he's been dropped twice in the same round by the dude. But even with that, that's more so being reckless than having bad defense. That's not being aware. And situational awareness, bro. It's early. And some dudes, when they hurt, they more dangerous. We learned that. Yeah, for sure. I got one clip from them because obviously he's saying that Abdullah Mason wouldn't last all 12 rounds. Man,
what about you and Mason? What do you think that would happen?
You already know,
Bill. You know what I'm going to say. You know
he needs some clickbait.
Well, yeah, all right.
Are we stopping?
Real quick, I'm gonna go right back to it, but before he could even get the answering, who did you start hearing? Auntie Sco in the back.
What about you and Mason? What do you think that would happen?
You already know,
Bill. You know what I'm going to say. You know
he needs some clickbait.
Well, yeah, all right. Are we stopping? Like, what are we doing?
Do y'all think Mason gonna last 12 rounds with Kid? Like, I'm asking you, Mills. Do you think that?
Stop it. Hold on. Well, we can't put that on the spot.
I know we can't because he's a journalist and he gotta be politically correct. But I don't think anybody think Mason would be able to take Kid punches.
Well, hold on, though. We gotta always go back to his little flash knockdowns that happened twice. He got flash knocked down twice.
Come on, we gotta be political.
No, I'm being nice. I'm not even trying to talk trash. You got your chin tapped.
No, you're not being politically correct.
Okay, wrong words. You got touched twice on your chin.
Anybody can get touched.
Right. Yeah, anybody can get touched. Thank you. Anybody can get touched on their chin. But the fact you got touched on your chin by a 126 fighter, like, come on. And not once. You know, you get knocked down once in a fight, it's boxing. It happened. They're
gonna say.
Yeah, but getting knocked down twice, shit is boxing, bro. It happened. You got to talk about how he finished it. If the end of the story would have been him getting knocked down twice and possibly like just boxing to a decision, then maybe I'm looking at him even more different. But he got up. The way I assess that, why I'm not overly critical. I made a video on that too. I'm not overly critical of the knockdown because that's more so of him not being aware and on point than just having bad defense to me. That's that young boy shit. Like, go back and watch it. When he got dropped, look how he got up. The ref had to like hold him back. He was trying to get right back in the fire. And that's that young boy energy where a more seasoned fighter gonna know that look, I got 12 rounds or X amount of rounds. You get what I'm saying? I could take my time and get right back in the fire. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it worked out for him, but against the wrong fighter, that could backfire.
All of that type of shit. See, that's the type of shit I'll be talking about, right? And that was Schofield talking. That wasn't his daddy. Right. That type of shit, that it irritates me because you talking all of this shit, but you had a chance to fight him and you turned it down.
Right.
For the biggest payday of your career.
Right.
You could have made an M. If it's that easy, won't you go in there and make that M, knock him out, and then, but come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, he talking all that shit, but I don't believe that he believed that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta show me that you really believe that shit that you saying.
Yeah. I think they just like the cameras and the microphones. Like his son, I'm noticing kids starting to talk a little bit more too. It's funny.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit more comfortable talking.
And he's starting to say a lot of that shit that his daddy be saying.
What's up, baby boy?
Okay. That's why, man, you fighters, y'all all fighters. If you feel that way, try to make the fight happen. But they're not trying to. His daddy, but I agree with you when you say that a lot of that shit is daddy, because his daddy knows that. I don't think his daddy believed that he could beat a lot of these guys they be talking about.
Right. I don't think so either, man.
Because if they believed it, he would be pressing for the fight, because it raises his stock and it make him look like a monster if he beats some of these guys he be talking about, right? But they don't really believe it. They know how to play that social media game. They know how to play that social media game where if you go on these shows and you talk, you got a lot of people that's gonna start believing that shit.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna press you to show it.
Yeah. And I think with him is, I think he's overplaying the game, because every time you look up, he on that platform talking about another fighter that you not planning on fighting.
They're not planning on fighting.
Than you, Abdullah Mason is now a world champion, and y'all keep talking about how he won't last 12 rounds. Bullshit. It probably won't even go 12 rounds.
It ain't going 12 rounds, just
what the hell? I think he might.
That shit ain't. That shit ain't, to me. Abdullah Mason and him, they it ain't going no 12 rounds. That shit probably go like they lucky if it goes 6 rounds. Because the way that he fight, Abdullah Mason, man, the way that he fight and the way that Abdullah Mason fight, Abdullah Mason's skill level is way above his. And if he fight Abdullah Mason the way that he like to fight, he's going to sleep, and he going to sleep early.
I agree.
He going to sleep early.
And getting stopped. Too much.
He getting stopped early.
He's figuring that shit out. You can see it in his eyes that he be figuring this shit out and going through the gears in his head. He gonna put hands on you, yo.
6 rounds.
I ain't gonna lie.
I get that shit. I get that shit within 6 rounds. He going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're trying to be overly aggressive. That's gonna be like 2 trains on the same track. Only thing is that
man, come on,
he is more effective and efficient than you are.
That boy going to sleep.
Yeah, Tay, he be gassing, and I mean, he know. Look, I remember having Norman Singer over here, and the conversation came up about I don't know, people with the clicks and views and how people be going with the drama, and I was telling them. If I'm not running from that kind of shit, if I have a guess and the kind of question come up and we just go there, but I'm not chasing that. I'm not a fake drama. Let me try to get this fighter up here and get him to talk about this fighter over here. That shit corny to me. That's like girly shit. It's like people be trying to instigate it on a more personal level, not a boxing level. That's why it don't be fun, right? If you keep it boxing, then it could be entertaining, but people be trying to be messy because you got Twitter, people go back and forth. So, if I read a fighter, I got a fighter up here and I read to him some personal shit that another fighter said to him, what do you think his response going to be? You think it's going to stay boxing or it's going to go? And that's what he'll do. I don't want that. That's why I truly believe in having the fighters up here to give them their credit, and then we could talk about whatever else they got going on. Like, I don't want to try to create dialogue where they're like, oh shit, you heard what he said? Like, I'm not here for that. That shit corny. I don't want to be known for that fake ass drama. Like, if it's that, then let it be that. But I ain't about to force it. And like I said, man, to your question, Tay, I've been seeing fighters calling them out for gassing it and speaking on that. And look, I get it to a certain degree. You just reacting to what's out there. Y'all put something out there. I can read something to a fighter and ask him about it. It's up to him how he answer it. But for me, you gotta know what you're getting into with certain shit. My number one goal when I interview a fighter is to get them their credit for the work that they put in and to let them know they got support over this way. After that, we can get into all the other shit. That's just me. So my questions be different than people's. Like, I don't want to sit here. It's like when I interviewed Core, I knew before he even got here, I wasn't saying shit about no Tank. I don't give a damn who wanted me to say it. That's something I there was no way in hell I was gonna ask him something that in my heart of hearts I know what he about to say. Ain't no way, ain't no need to ask that. I ain't even get to that. I ain't asking shit about that because I don't care. I don't want to hear.
And we didn't heard the same answer a million times. Like, we didn't heard them that same question a million
times. You had
times.
them on before. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You had them on. Like, you ain't asking that same stupid ass shit. Like, man, I don't want to keep asking that same old thing. Now, what about Tank? And it's crazy that people still, even after he said it, they still asking him. I'm like, bro, I think it's stupid, man, to ask him that. There's nothing he can do. Schofield doing a lot of talking. Yeah, that's why I'm the voice. Yeah, I try to be, bro. I'm all about building, bro, not destroying. But, you know, a lot of people, they expect to hear that rhetoric that they hear all day. I ain't with that. That shit corny. I support boxing. I call shit out when I need to, but it don't be that deep. Too many people be taking this shit personal. You can hear it in the way they talk about it. No way we should be pushing that Terence Crawford is not relatable to black people. Like, that's so fucking
irresponsible. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, what are we doing?
As
bro?
Many black, and then you can see, like, I know personally, man, he helped a lot of black people where he from.
Bro, you get what we talking about. And it's like, nah, man, he ain't this. He ain't relatable. You see the way he negotiated with Earl Spence? People was questioning if he was a man. See, you're not even a man because a real man wouldn't do that. I was like, bro, what? That's what really made me start opening my eyes to Bud. Because I swear I could I'm so real, I'll go find you the live stream where I was talking that duck shit too for a minute. Whole thumbnail was duck this, duck that. And I'll show you why I switched that. Because I was looking at shit the wrong way. I wasn't looking at it the right way. And I'm like, what started making me people coming through here too. It was too sold that he was some type of scary guy. And I'm like, you don't get to where he get to being scary, man. It got to be more of a reason why this shit ain't happening. So I had to look at. I
think we all had to realize at one point, because I looked at it and I'm like, well, and I did a live about it. I'm like, hey, you know, hey, we got to take our hat off to him because at the end of the day, he got what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? He got everything he wanted. So I can't hate the man for getting what he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He showed people that he was just smart because he knew how bad he knew how bad Errol Spence wanted to fight, right? So he like, okay, well, if he wants to fight that bad, well, this how I'm gonna negotiate. And he won, you know what I'm saying? He got what he wanted negotiating. You can't use that. I mean, shit. You can't hate him for that. You can't.
My bad, damn kids. I was on mute. I ain't even realize. Yeah, man. He outsmarted the game, man. Outsmarted his opponent.
He did.
Outsmarted his you know, the promoters. That's why I had to look at him totally different. I'm like, nah, I like him even more now to see how he was able to make shit work in his favor. Like, you constantly got, like, think about it, people shitted on him for signing on the Top Rank. He made sure he got paid with them dudes. I think he squeezed that all the juice up out of that lemon and then moved on and made the biggest fights for himself and continued to make even more money. That's
and you know what?
People get it off like that.
And you know what? Another thing, you can't tell. Like, I realized, like, you know, just being in this shit for all these years, you can't tell these fighters where to sign at. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about just what we see on the outside of the surface. Like, he could have signed a PBC. He could have signed the PBC. He could have signed the PBC, right? And they focus is on making Errol Spence and Tank and the guys that's already over there stars. And they could have been, you know what I'm saying, moving him fighting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now he done missed out on all the money that he could have made over there with Top Rank, you know, and he's stuck over here fighting once a year, but he ain't even getting the fight that he want to fight, but he's stuck in his contract. So you don't never know what's going to happen behind the scenes.
When's the last time PBC signed on some big ass fighter or talent? We be telling fighters to sign the PBC without even knowing if they have an opportunity, and that's what they did with Shakur. And that's when I had a chance to speak to his team directly, and I got the game exactly what happened on the phone call. I was like, wow, that shit. And I promise you, bro, everything that man said to me and bro on the phone is exactly how it played out. That shit is so consistent. It was like he was confused as to like, because he seen it online, and he an older dude, don't even curse. He like, where are they getting this from that he turned down this fight and he ducking and he started telling some shit that ain't online. Like, bro, he told what that phone call consisted of. So that shit just, man, this shit is crazy, bro. Same with Floyd. That guy put me wrong. Said, yeah, everybody say he wanted undisputed. Yeah, he wanted it, but I think they both wanted it, bro. Like I think that's the easy thing to come up with, right? It's reasonable to say that because he really, really wanted it. But think about what Errol Spence said, or should I say what Terence Crawford said when they had a conversation with Errol Spence. It wasn't what people thought it was. Like I never forget he said that he opened his eyes about certain aspects of the business and they was able to agree on it. It's a lot of contributing factors I think that people don't talk about as to why the fight actually happened. Yeah, we know first and foremost you gotta want that shit, right? But I believe they was able to like get on the same page.
They talked, yeah. They was able to delete the middlemen and talk, you know, privately themselves. That's what made the fight happen.
The last guy PBC signed, and you get what I'm saying. That just makes my point even further. Like, not the biggest of names, right? And ever since you heard Espinoza was saying, like, when he was talking with Shakur, they didn't have the fights for him. And I knew he was playing some slick shit when he said, yo, he wanted multiple fights. And I'm like, bro, that's like public knowledge that he wanted more than one fight. I'm like, you try to tie that into this situation, and it took for y'all two to be sitting at the same spot for him to call you out to your face that you was fronting.
Well, but just
I felt so good when I seen him call his ass out. I was like, bro.
But just I knew he was lying because if you go back to all of the interviews that Shakur was doing when he became a free agent, right? Mm-hmm. Shakur kept saying that he didn't want to be locked down in no long-term contract. Right. He was telling everybody that he was like, I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to move. And when I don't want to be locked down in no long-term contract, right? And then Steven Espinoza came and tried to say the exact opposite of what Shakur kept saying in every interview. And I'm like, nigga, you still lying.
Facts.
He lying.
The same way I seen it. He used what, that's why I said it was public knowledge, because he went off of something that Core was saying publicly and tried to tie it into, well, he wanted a multi, you know, goddamn well, y'all didn't discuss that. And I know full well, because I got word directly from the source that never happened. That never happened. I'm like, man, I just know what I'm hearing, bro. And then,
but see, people know when they hear a lot of, like, most of these dudes, right? They not dummies. They know it's a lie, right? They know it's a lie, but because it doesn't go with the narrative and the lie that they trying to push, they gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna swear up and down it happened, and he was offered a contract, and but they know it's a lie. They know they lying, right? But they don't have no integrity.
Real.
You know, they just built, a lot of these dudes is built different. They'll look you dead in your eye and tell you a lie and don't feel no way about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't got no integrity, bro. I can't do that type of shit.
That shit, all that shit did was expose how fake them fans was, though, because I said it a long time ago. That conversation really was dead if people really was acknowledging, like, y'all pay attention to your favorite fighter and everything he tweet any other time. When he talking about his money, when he talking shit, when he talking about no fight, when he talking about get it out the mud, y'all laughing, he ha ha, he say he ain't gonna fight you. But when the man sat up there and said they sent him a contract and he went elsewhere, y'all conveniently didn't see that tweet and then y'all made it up as if it was a fake tweet. When it's damn, he had the blue check and everything right by. This shit was an official tweet from him. My screenshot, I had the screenshot on my phone for the longest. I just had deleted it because I done talked about it already. I didn't think it would come back up. I'm like, the man shot himself in the foot, and him and his man wasn't on the same page. Man meaning Steven Espinoza. Steven Espinoza.
Well,
saying y'all sent the contract. He's saying it never was an offer. You saying you sent the contract. We all know if you decline the offer, they're not gonna send a contract next. I was like, this whole shit show.
And the thing
with that lie and that false narrative.
And the thing is, I know for a fact that if you notice, right, Shakur kept saying that the fight gonna happen, it's gonna happen, right? And he was like, no, it's gonna happen, right? And it was a reason why he was saying that shit. Yeah. I know this shit for a fact because I ain't gonna tell y'all how I know, but I know for a fact that they told him that the fight was gonna happen. He was told.
The phone call. You were exactly right. I swear to God, you were exactly right.
Yeah, I know because I talked to when I'm talking about something, I'm talking about the main sources. You know what I'm saying? So he was told that the fight was going to happen. That's why he kept saying in every interview that the fight was going to happen. Right? It wasn't going to happen because I knew Tank didn't want the fight. Right? Hello.
Yeah.
I knew the fight wasn't going to happen because I knew Tank didn't want the fight, but the people that was talking for Gervonta Davis was telling him that the fight was going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen right then.
Right. Yeah. And you know, one of the things that was said on the phone call about like when they reached out was, are you available to fight such and such? Yes. Okay, you know, and we're gonna reach back out, but it just never happened. So they never, you know what I'm saying? And then the next time they heard about a fight, it was Roach and Tank. So we just kept doing what they was doing. Rome was good with smoke. I think so too.
But hey, Just man, I appreciate you having me on, man. I gotta get out.
Always,
I'm about to hit this. Yeah, all right, man. I appreciate you, man. Hell of a video. Nah, man, I'm finna go take my little man to go get something to eat and stuff.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Family thing, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Y'all hit the like button, man. It's always a dope build, my guy. Everything boxing, man. We had a good up, man. It's always something more to talk about. We're gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna build on this boxing how we always do. And one thing first, man, it's boxing over everything. I'm gonna always give these dudes the respect I feel like they deserve. And we're going to build them up, man. Shout out to Kid Austin. He get a lot of flack. He get criticized, but I think it's because I think his father is very irresponsible with the things that he say about other fighters. And it's very distasteful. It's like you want everybody to believe that your son is the best thing or the greatest boxer alive, but you don't know how to give more accomplished fighters, more proven. You get what I'm saying? Fighters, they're just due. You know what I'm saying? So you turn a lot of people off with the way that you talk about potential contemporaries that your son will fight. So you'll downplay Abdullah Mason. You and your son just did that in that clip. You'll downplay Abdullah Mason. You'll downplay Shakur Stevenson, but you'll big up Jojo Diaz, Tevin Farmer, or Renee Garone, and somebody that's nowhere near on the level of these other guys that you downplay. So I don't know. I just feel like overall the kid needs a different mouthpiece. It don't need to be his dad. Find somebody else that's able to connect better with the fans. He pisses the fans off. So maybe to a degree that's good, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's what they want. But to each his own. I support Kid Austin as a fight fan to a fighter. Cool, talented fighter, bro. I ain't rooting against him or nothing like that. Just want to see how far he can go. You know what I mean? When I want to start seeing these 5 styles of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And as for Teal and Chorus, a great fight. I don't think Freddie Roach will be no type of X factor or game changer, but he could always give game. T.O. was going to do what T.O. do regardless. That's be athletic. That's try to be unpredictable, be explosive, and put points together and win rounds. That's what I think. But I think Shakur going to have something up his sleeve for him, but we're going to see. So with that, man, another dope build in the books. I appreciate everybody rocking out. So I lost respect when they pulled out a Shakur fight. Yeah, I heard Rome real quick. I heard they work wasn't they weight wasn't on point. I heard that from somebody that was actually physically in front of him. They said his weight looked off. You notice you never really got no clear explanation. It was the British Board of Control that pulled him off, but I heard it his weight wasn't right. So, you know what I mean? And then I heard of something from somebody that knows them. So it's you be hearing things in this boxing circle. Some people don't mind telling you the truth, right? So I just think they ruined that opportunity more so than anything. I can't believe some mysterious poisoning. I just refuse to believe that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still support Kid Austin, the fighter. His dad just needs to take a bit of a back seat and let him speak more on his own. That's all. That's all. I don't have nothing. I ain't even trying to be disrespectful toward his pops, but you guided him this far. Now trust that your work and your guidance, you done did what you need to do. Just let him be in his own interviews, answering the questions by himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think people will receive him a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my guy. Who is that twin? It say knife in him. I think that's twin right there, though. Had a case of the bubble guts. That's what I think. Yeah, now they said his weight wasn't on point. Like his weight wasn't on point. And shout out to my homie L Dub. He always on point, the fax machine. That's why he said Padley had got it, because he made the check weigh in. And I was hearing kid weight wasn't together. So, you know what I mean? You just never know, right? You never know what's boxing for you, man. And lastly, it will end with these clips of Eddie Hearn, and we out of here, y'all.
He is pound for pound top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. I think Shakur is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. At 28 years of age, he's already a 3-division world champion. This is to become a 4-division world champion. Quite remarkable. And Teofimo always rises to the occasion. Sometimes you see a little bit of a lackluster performance when he's not motivated, when there isn't kind of any legacy on the line. This is different. This is a sold-out Madison Square Garden between two of the elite fighters of our generation. And the best thing about this fight is we're seeing them in their prime.
Yeah, man, I like what Eddie's saying. What's the subject? What up? Real men do real things. Shout out to my dog, Danny. Says Snake. Who, Eddie? I don't think Eddie is Snake. Like you this is the thing. Find me the fighters that are saying Eddie screwed them over, and I'll start to believe that he's actually a snake. I've been hearing that for some years, but I'll be seeing him do some solid things for some fighters, bro. So it's like, I think he's done more good than bad. Like I said, he's not a perfect promoter. I don't think none of them is. I think they all bullshit, lie, manipulate the media and shit like that. But I think ultimately, like, think about it. How is him as a promoter being a snake going to help his business moving forward? Think about it. He's in it for the long haul, right? He's trying to, have longevity in the sport, right? It got passed down from his dad to him, right? So think about how he'll ruin the Hearn last name in his business if he's being a snake and mistreating the fighters. Think about it. Why would people continuously want to sign on to him if he was snaking everybody? You get what I'm saying? So I think ultimately, like, he struggles when it comes to promoting American fighters because he ain't from over here. I ain't saying he don't know what he's doing, but I think that's a challenge for him. I don't even want to say he struggles. I say that's where his biggest challenge lies. Promoting the U.S. fighters and getting their names out there, you know what I mean, the way he could do with some of the UK guys. Give me so shout out to boxing, shout out to everybody that rocked out to the end of the show, everybody that continues to support. We appreciate y'all. All love to everybody. Y'all enjoy the rest of this Thursday, and we gonna be back tomorrow to build on this boxing. So with that, we up out of here, y'all. Peace to the family.
Representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.